Hello and welcome to the JB&M Sports Fanatic stream. Thank you guys for joining me here for Sunday Night Football. We've got the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens here. A lot at stake right now. You've got the Browns trying to improve upon a 6-5 record right now, and obviously the Baltimore Ravens trying to hold on to first place in the AFC right now. So much on the line right now, and we're going to see how things play out right now. The Cleveland Browns, they have the football first. They just had a kickoff return, so they're going to be taking off 1st and 10 from their own 15-yard line in this one. So we'll see how Baker Mayfield and company looks on this drive. Can Baker get it together in this drive? That's going to be key for the Browns in this one. Obviously, Nick Chubb, the return of Kareem Hunt, that's going to be an important factor as well. So you've got Baker up under center. Tight end goes in motion. 2 tight ends, 1 receiver, 1 running back. Let's see what he does. He's looking to pass. He throws it across the middle there, and it's caught by Jarvis Landry. That's going to be a first down for the Cleveland Browns right off the bat. Picked up about 11 yards on the completion there for the Cleveland Browns. And so, Michael, what's going on with you? What's good with you? How's it going? Hey, your Bengals came out, man, and they took care of business today. I know you had to be smiling in that matchup right there against the Steelers. You guys came out and took care of business. And so can Baker bake the Ravens? That's what we want to know. But right now he's up under center, multiple tight ends, 1 receiver, 1 back in the backfield. He's going to take the snap. Look at that. Baltimore read that play from the beginning. You had Patrick Queen go right through the middle there, broke that play up. They lost 3 yards on the carry for Nick Chubb. Oh, man, what's good with you? What's good with you? How's it going, man? And yeah, how about them Patriots, man? How about them Patriots? They went out there, took care of business there. First half was a little sloppy there, but the second half came out, and hey, we look pretty good out there. Look pretty good out there. I'm excited. Looking forward to the next one. And hey, the next one is going to be that game that we've been talking about for a while. Certainly looking forward to that Monday night matchup against the Buffalo Bills next week. And so old man says, let's go Browns. We need Baker to play like an MVP. That is it. I know I've got a couple Baltimore Raven fans, but man, at this point, if the Browns came out and win this one, I would not be complaining whatsoever. But here they go, 3rd and 4 out of the shotgun. 2 receivers towards the bottom of the screen. Got a tight end and a running back as well. They're going to take the snap. Ravens are sending pressure. Line picks it up. He throws it, and it's caught by Jarvis Landry. And Jarvis Landry, look at him take it all the way to the Baltimore 32-yard line. So the Browns, they're coming out with some intensity here. You may remember last year when the Browns and the Ravens played in that matchup that was a high-scoring, back-and-forth type of matchup last year between the Browns and the Ravens. It was one heck of a game. I'm telling you, that was the game that looked like Lamar Jackson when he went to the locker room. He says he just went to the locker room. We don't know what took place there. But, hey, that if we can get something like that tonight, that would be amazing. Baker Mayfield with the play fake. He's looking. He's going to throw it. And it is incomplete. Oh, he had his receiver there. Donovan Peoples-Jones dropped it. The ball went to his hand. That's a play tonight. You're going to have to come down with, if you're Donovan Peoples-Jones, you got to make that reception. But here they go, 2nd and 10 at the Ravens 32-yard line. Again, this is the first drive of the game right here for the Browns. 0-0 here in the first quarter. 12 minutes, 38 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. Browns with the football. You can see that they're relying a lot right now on that Baker Mayfield in terms of play action, making the right read. And, hey, right now, it's working. It's working. Multiple tight ends right now. I believe 3 tight ends, 1 receiver, 1 back in the backfield, Nick Chubbs. Got to watch them blitzing through the middle. They hand it to Nick Chubbs this time. And Chubbs, he falls forward, picks up 4 yards on the carry there. It's going to be difficult tonight to run the ball because you can tell the Ravens, they are trying to get in between those gaps there between the center and the guard and try to meet him before he gets going. They clearly do not want Nick Chubb to take over this game. And now they're faced with 3rd and 6 after that 4-yard carry. So here we go, 3rd and 6 for the Browns. You've got Kareem Hunt in the backfield here for the Cleveland Browns. He's back from his injury. So you got a tight end, 3 receivers. Baker out the shotgun, takes the snap. Ravens send 4. He's going to throw it up there. Incomplete. Incomplete. That was Humphreys on the coverage against Donovan Peoples-Jones. Incomplete there. So now the Cleveland Browns got to settle for a field goal attempt here. That was excellent coverage there by the Ravens. Let's see, old man says, the one person I was most impressed with was Jalen Mills. He had some big plays for us today. Yeah, he was impressive. He was really impressive today. I was impressed with him, Kendrick Bourne as well. They went out there and they played pretty good out there. They really did. I was very proud of this. It's a team effort. Each and every week we're looking better and better. 46-yard field goal attempt. Kick is up. And it is no good. No good. He hooked it to the right. No good. And so Cleveland, after that tremendous start on the drive, they end up missing the field goal. So that's a big stop right there for the Baltimore Ravens. And they're going to get the football for the first time today. And we'll see what they can do out there. But that's a big time missed field goal there for the Cleveland Browns in terms of just momentum, getting some points and stuff. You wanted to come away with something after that first drive, but they ended up missing it right and left on the kick. So when we come back from commercial, it's going to be Baltimore's football for the first time today here in the first quarter. 11 minutes and 41 seconds to go here in the first. And just to recap what happened on that drive there, Baker Mayfield, he was 3 of 5 for 56 yards through the air. And then you had on the ground Nick Chubb's 2 carries for 1 yard. He did have that 4-yard carry, but he had lost about 3 yards prior to that. And then Jarvis Landry, he looked pretty good on that drive. 2 receptions, 47 yards. His longest one was 36 yards. And so they were moving the football there. They just ended up falling short, ended up missing the field goal. That was an unfortunate break for the Cleveland Browns. But yeah, again, let me know what you guys project in terms of the final score in this one and who you got winning this one. Definitely looking forward to seeing what you guys say about this one. But hey, anything can happen. The last time we streamed Lamar Jackson and company, they ended up losing against the Miami Dolphins. Of course, that was on the road there, but that's the last time we saw Lamar Jackson. Obviously, the Ravens, they won since then, but Lamar did not play in that game. So we're going to see how Lamar Jackson and company look here when they come back from this commercial. Michael says missed field goal. And so, yeah, that was tough right there. I mean, such a good drive to come away with no points. Those are the kind of drives that hurt you. All right, so Michael says the Ravens win 36-30. All right, so he's projecting a high-scoring game. And, hey, if that's the case, hey, that's going to be one heck of a game. So I'm certainly looking forward to seeing it for sure. But I think we're going to get a good one tonight for sure. I really do think we are, especially with the return of Kareem Hunt. I think that's going to be big news. That's going to be good news right there for the Browns. Not to mention their offensive tackle that was also out as well. He came back. So a lot of guys coming back for the Browns for this one. So absolutely. All right, so let's see what the Ravens got in store here. We know they like to run the football. Let's see how they're going to be able to do in this one. All right, so you go fullback goes in motion, 3 receivers, 1 back in the backfield. Fullback goes in motion again. This time they fake it to the back. Jackson's moving. He throws it. It's caught by the right receiver there. That's Rashad Bateman, and he has an 8-yard completion there. So it's going to be an 8-yard reception for Rashad Bateman, the rookie out of Minnesota. And now they're going to be looking at 2nd and 2 coming up here for the Ravens at their own 44-yard line. Again, this is after the missed field goal of the Cleveland Browns. So we're still 0-0 here in the first quarter, but it's the first drive of the game for the Baltimore Ravens. All right, so line up in the shotgun. 1 tight end, 1 running back, 2 receivers. They're going to hand it to the back here, and that's Freeman. And Freeman picks up a yard before the Cleveland defense gets him for the stop. So now we're looking at 3rd and 1 situation here. Can the Browns defense get a stop here on 3rd down, or will Baltimore be able to convert here on 3rd down? All right, so this time they bring in Latavius Murray in the backfield. All right, so you've got your fullback. You've got your back in the backfield, Latavius Murray. Got a couple tight ends there. They hand it to Latavius Murray, and he ends up getting the first down there. They needed 1 yard. He picked up 2 yards on the carry. So now we've got 1st and 10 from the Ravens' 47-yard line. So first down there for the Baltimore Ravens, 1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line. Again, we're tied up 0-0. This is the first drive of the game for the Baltimore Ravens. If you're the Browns, you want to do your work early. You don't want those third and 2, 3rd and 3 situations for the Ravens. You want to do your work early. Meanwhile, the Ravens play fake. Lamar is moving. The pressure gets to him for the sack. And what a sack it is. And guess who? Myles Garrett. That's right. He got back there, sacked Lamar Jackson, ended up losing 6 yards on the play. You expect nothing less from Myles Garrett. I mean, wow, look at that. You had basically 3 guys trying to block him. He got past Mark Andrews, got past the left tackle there, everybody, and was able to get the sack. So now you've got 2nd and 16 coming up from the Ravens' 41-yard line. They're going to line up in the shotgun here, 5 wide. Lamar takes the snap. He's going to scramble here. But the Browns, they get him. So he only picks up about a good 4 yards on the play. So now we're looking at 3rd and long coming up. And so, oh, Lady Mob, what's going on with you? How you doing? How you doing? And you say, damn, go Cleveland, stop the Baltimore Ravens. And you say Myles Garrett can go for the miles and miles. Nice. Love it. Love it. Love it. And let's see, right now we've got a player that looks like he's being attended to by the medical staff there. But right now they're facing 3rd and 12 at the Baltimore 45-yard line here. And let's see if they'll be able to convert, or will the Cleveland Browns be able to get a stand here, get the football back for their offense. Okay, and this is important here because he is the center that's being looked at right here for the Ravens. So you certainly want to make sure that your centers are right, because without your center, you'll have a whole bunch of questionable snaps, and you just don't want to have those situations where your quarterback's not expecting the ball, or the ball doesn't go where he's expecting for it to go, and they're just not on the same page. So you certainly want to make sure that your center is okay and he's getting the snaps where they need to go. Again, we're waiting to return here from the commercial. Here in the first quarter with 9 minutes and 9 seconds left to go. Score is still 0-0. Ravens with their first drive of the game, but they're facing 3rd and 12 from their own 45-yard line. Right now, the medical staff is looking at the center for the Baltimore Ravens and certainly hoping the best situation for him. And we'll see what happens when we come back from the commercial. I'll say this, though. I mean, from what we saw from Baker Mayfield in the first drive, if he can keep up that same type of momentum throughout the game, especially if they can find a way to get Nick Chubb going, because I know the Ravens are going to be looking to take out Nick Chubb, take out Kareem Hunt. But if he can get those guys going on the ground and Jarvis Landry has a good game, then, hey, I'm liking the Browns' chances in this one. And so let's see, Michael says, where is everyone? We might have to send a search party out there, Michael, but I'm pretty sure they'll be here in a few. I'm pretty sure they'll be here in a few. I feel like this commercial is longer than normal. All right, so now we're getting ready to return back from the commercial here, and let's see what's going on with the injured center of the Baltimore Ravens. All right, so they're going to be going with a second-year guy at center. Okay, so here we go, 3rd and 12 for the Ravens. Again, they're at their own 45-yard line. Out of the shotgun, 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 running back. They take the snap. Brown send pressure. He throws it quick across the middle, and it's caught. That's going to be a pickup of only 2 yards. So the Cleveland Browns defense comes out there, gets the stop, and that's going to force a punt by the Baltimore Ravens. So great job by the Browns defense to come out there, stop Lamar and company. And so now the Browns are going to get the football here in a few minutes. All right, so here we go. The Ravens are lining up to punt the football here. Punt's on the way. All right, so it rolls into the end zone there. So therefore, we're going to be looking at a 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line for the Cleveland Browns this time out. So we'll see what Baker Mayfield and company can do with the offense the second time around. Here we are in the first quarter, 7 minutes and 56 seconds left to go here. Scores all tied up 0-0. This will be the second drive here of the Cleveland Browns. Last time they drove it down there, Baker Mayfield did a good job of finding Jarvis Landry a couple of times there, and they ended up kicking a field goal, but they missed the field goal, and so now we're going to see. Let's see. Old man says, everyone hating on the New England Patriots. NFL just mad because it only took Bill Belichick 1 year of rebuilding. Hey, that's what you call a great coach. That's what you call a great coach. Just give him time and the ability to go out there and get the players to fit his system. Meanwhile, for the Browns, play fake. Mayfield avoids a guy. He's running, and he's going to go to the sideline there. He picks up a yard on the scramble there. Great job just to avoid disaster there and move. And you know, Baker Mayfield, he's still playing through those injuries that he's accumulated throughout the season. You know, he's got a high pain tolerance and so, but yeah, he's playing through some injuries still that he's acquired on this season. Let's see. Old man says, great job, Browns defense. We need that all game. There you go. And so let's see. Mayfield, hand it to the back. That's Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb's up the middle, picks up about 2 yards on the carry. Now we're looking at 3rd and 7 coming up. So now Nick Chubb's going to go to the sideline there. They're going to bring in Kareem Hunt to play back to be the running back in the backfield on this 3rd down coming up. All right, so here we go, 3rd and 7 for the Browns at their own 23-yard line. Let's see if they can get the first down here. Again, we're in the first quarter, 6 minutes and 45 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Baker Mayfield out the shotgun. Let's see, you've got trips towards the top of the formation. One receiver towards the bottom takes a snap. He's looking. He throws it, and it's caught. Excellent play at that time. He was wide open there, picked up the first down there, and then some. So that was about a 10-yard completion to Bradley. Oh, this is not good. This is not good. This is Conklin right there. The offensive lineman, I believe he was just coming back in this game, and he was injured on the play. So this is big right here because he's definitely a tremendous offensive lineman. Let's see, Michael says that missed field goal will come back to haunt them at the end of the fourth quarter. And so we will see. We will see. Old man says, so the Browns have both running backs playing, not just Nick. There you go, old man. Yeah, they've got both running backs back now. So now this will be the Cleveland Browns that we expected to see in terms of just having both backs in the backfield to start off the season. But they also had their best offense, well, one of their best offensive linemen return back to the team also today, but it's not good that they see him right there, down. He's injured on the play. So certainly hoping that it's nothing serious for him because he's just as important right now for the ground game as having a Kareem Hunt back. So that's big time. That's big time. So Michael says injured player. So yeah. So absolutely hoping that he will be okay there. You hate to see these injuries happen here. Already we see 2 linemen getting hurt. That tells you the type of game that it's going to be. It's going to be a physical game, and this game is going to be a game that's going to be won on the offensive line. Whoever wins this game is going to be because their offensive line got the better of the defensive line in this one because both defenses, they're going to get after it in this game. It's going to come down to the offensive line. As the old man says, that doesn't look good. He went down real quick, and so yeah, he was down really quick on that one. So I'm certainly concerned for him, as I know Cleveland Brown fans are, because I mean he's certainly very important, very important. They acquired him in the offseason there from Tennessee. He's extremely important to what they do in terms of run blocking and stuff. So certainly they're going to be looking out for him, no doubt about that. But yeah, that means it's going to be a very physical game on the offensive line. No doubt about that. But when we come back from the commercial, the score is still 0-0. So nobody has scored so far in this one. This is just the Browns' second possession of the game here. They've got a first down to work with, 1st and 10 from their own 33-yard line. We're all tied up 0-0 in the first quarter, 6 minutes, 38 seconds left to go once we come back from the commercial. And so, Cleveland, what's good with you? What's good with you? Hope you had a great Sunday, man. What's going on with you? And you said go Browns. There you go. Give me your final score projection in this one. What are you projecting for the final score there? Oh, man. That is not good at all. Not good at all. All right, I'll get to that one in a second, old man. But here we go. Baker Mayfield up under center here. I see multiple tight ends, 2 receivers, 1 back in the backfield. Baker takes a snap, play fake. They've been doing play fake a lot on first down. Toss it to the tight end there. And yeah, he's going to be taken down there. No gain on the play. Bryant was the tight end. 2nd and 10 coming up. So Baltimore's defense has done an excellent job against the play fake. I've noticed on first down particularly. So Cleveland ends up with these 2nd and long situations. But 2nd and 10, Mayfield takes a snap. He's looking. He's moving. He throws it. Incomplete. Incomplete. He tried to throw that one to Chubb on the sideline there. Just not enough space to work with. 3rd down coming up. Here in the first quarter, 5 minutes and 35 seconds left to go. Let's see. Old man says, with NFL adding games to the season, I think they should have 55-man rosters instead of 53. Yeah, that would make a lot more sense. You really would think that would have been the case, honestly. They really should. Where they go out of the shotgun. Mayfield's looking. He has time. He throws it. Incomplete. But there is a penalty. A late penalty comes in there. That's going to be defensive pass interference there. So that's going to give the Browns a first down. Yeah, they called out on Humphreys there. And so that's going to be a first down for the Cleveland Browns. All right, so here we go. 1st and 10 for the Cleveland Browns here at their own 47-yard line. You've got Mayfield up under center here. 2 receivers towards the bottom of the screen. 2 tight ends towards the top. 1 running back in the backfield. He's going to take it. He's going to hand it to the back. There's already laundry down, so there may be a holding call. So Nick Chubb, he got 5 yards there, but it may not matter. There is a penalty. Let's see what they call. Maybe a legal formation. Old man says, dang, what was he doing? That's definitely PI. I feel like we've seen a lot of PIs like starting to get increased in terms of the amount that's being called at this point of the season. Oh, so they called that one on. This time they called it against Donovan Peoples-Jones. He had the penalty last time for him. This time it's against him. So now we're looking at 1st and 15. Again, we're still here in the first quarter, 5 minutes and 10 seconds left to go here. Nobody has scored just yet. It's been one of those hard-hitting games. We saw a pair of linemen already leave this game. This game is a game that's being won at the trenches right now. Mayfield takes a snap. He throws it to the back of the backfield. Incomplete. Nick Chubb's dropped that one. Incomplete. So Jay Conklin, he's going to be taken to the locker room, definitely hoping the best for him, but I know he was definitely having a difficult time standing up. All right, but here goes the Browns here, 2nd and 15 out the shotgun. They motion Nick Chubbs. So now they've got 5 wide. He takes the snap, throws it quickly to Jarvis Landry. Jarvis Landry tries to make a guy miss. Unable to do that, he's going to actually lose a yard there. So now the Browns are faced with 3rd and 16 coming up here from their own 41-yard line. All right, so here we go. 3rd and long. The situations that you want to try to avoid if you're Cleveland. You're out of the shotgun here. 3 receivers, 1 tight end. They take the snap. Mayfield steps up, avoids a guy. He's moving. He's going to throw it. Incomplete. Even if it was completed, it would have still been well short of the first down here. So now the Browns are going to have to punt the ball after their second possession. This time, they're going to have to punt the ball. Again, we're here in the first quarter. All tied up 0-0 so far in this one. About 4 minutes and 19 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. All right, punt's on the way. Let's see if we're going to return here by the Ravens. And we will. Let's see. He's at the 20, goes out of bounds at about the 25-yard line. All right, so when we come back from commercial, we're going to have it's still the first quarter, 4 minutes and 2 seconds left to go, still 0-0. So no team has scored yet in this one here in the first quarter here, and we'll see what the Ravens will do with their second drive of the game. All right, so Cleveland thinks that Cleveland's going to win 27-24. I like it. 27-24. I like it for sure. Definitely like that one. Absolutely. Just based upon what I'm seeing so far in this one, seems like the defenses, at least early on, they're going to go out there. They're going to continue to get after it here. Both defenses, they understand the situation at hand. It's going to be a very defensive game. We're certainly going to have to wait and see how things play out here, but I'm thinking that the final score for this one, I'm going to go ahead and say Cleveland finds some way somehow to win this one with the final score being 19-17, something like that. 19-17. Again, we're currently right now at the commercial, but when we come back here, the Ravens will take back over here for their second drive of the game. Both teams haven't scored yet, but we're still here early in the first quarter with 4 minutes and 2 seconds left to go here in the first quarter, and we'll see what the Ravens can do here on their second drive of the game. And so, Joey, what's going on with you, Joey? How's it going? You say a low-score game, 17-27 Cleveland. Okay, nice. Yeah, I do believe it's going to be a lower-scoring game right here. It's just We saw last time we saw Lamar Jackson out there, offense didn't put that many points on the board for him. We know that they won since then, but yeah, I think it's going to be one of those lower scoring type of days. Meanwhile, out of the shotgun, they hand the ball to Devontae Freeman, and Freeman, he gets tagged after he gains a yard there. So now we're looking at 2nd and 9 from the Baltimore 26-yard line. 2nd down coming up. So 2nd and 9 coming up here. All right, so here we go. We've got a couple tight ends here, 2 receivers, 1 running back. They're going to take the snap, fake it to the back. Lamar's looking. He throws it to the back, but he overthrew Williams there. That's going to be incomplete. So now 3rd and 9. If you're the Cleveland Browns, these are the situations that you want. You want 3rd and 7 or more. If you're the defensive coordinator here on 3rd down for the Cleveland Browns here in order to get a stop, because you don't want this Ravens team to have those 3rd and short situations or 3rd and medium. So there you go, a 3rd and 9 situation. Let's see if Myles Garrett and company can come out here and get a stop, or if Lamar Jackson and company can get the 1st down. All right, so here we go in the shotgun. You've got Freeman's the running back. They've got a tight end, 2 tight ends actually, 2 receivers. They're going to take the snap. He's looking. Jackson throws it, and it's caught. Nice catch there, but Brown came back to the ball, so he's going to be short. I feel like if he doesn't come back, he would have got it, but there is a penalty. There is a penalty. Let's see what they call. Let's see what the penalty is. All right, so the referees are going to pick up the penalty there because there is no foul on the play. Got a little trigger happy that time, but yeah, there's no flag on the play there. So here we go, 4th and 2 coming up here from the Ravens at their own 33-yard line. This one right here, I feel is on the receiver because when he first caught the ball, he was in a position to where if he just falls backwards or something like that, he could have got that 1st down, but he came back to the football. Ultimately, it ended up costing him. But the Ravens with a fake punt. They called a fake punt. Wow, talking about rolling the dice, snapped it to one of the up backs, and he ended up getting the 1st down for the Baltimore Ravens. So how about that? Some excitement to the game right there. Baltimore with the fake punt, direct snap to one of the up backs there, and he ended up picking up the 1st down for the Baltimore Ravens. A gutsy call. Oh, what about that? What about that? So the referee says the ball was snapped before they were supposed to. This is crazy. This is crazy. So therefore, that good 4th down conversion is not going to count. It's not going to count because the referees didn't okay him to snap the ball. Wow. So how about that? I know John Harbaugh, he's got to be mad. I'm sure he was saving that play there. So to have to waste that play, absolutely. So how about that? 4th and 2, the Ravens are still going to go for it. What is going on here on 4th down here? The Ravens clearly want to go for it, but the referees are they want to go for it, but they don't want to give the Cleveland Browns any time to make adjustments here, and they're upset that they have to wait for the Cleveland Browns here. Referees aren't letting them get away with that, and so a lot of craziness happening. But Cleveland called a timeout. They just want to go ahead and take some time to see what's going on right now. So, wow, a lot of craziness happening right here on this 4th and 2. That's the kind of game we've got right now, guys. This a 4th and 2 like this has been the highlight so far of this first quarter. And so Joey says, wow, what a game. I know, right? I mean, oh, yeah, he is hot right now. He is extremely hot right now. And I don't blame him. But meanwhile, they get the snap here. Wait, what is this? Another stoppage of play? Are they going to get the call to 4th down to play or not? I mean, I'm about to join John right now in terms of just pure aggravation. How long will we have to wait? Wow. So they end up having too many men on the field, the Cleveland Browns. So they anyways give up a first down. You're the team that called a timeout. How do you let this happen? This is crazy. This is crazy. This is like, wow, that is so crazy right there. All that, and the Ravens still end up with the first down. They're going to toss it to the back here. That's going to be Freeman. He took it off the Lamar pitch. And Freeman, he ends up getting a yard on a carry. So now we're going to be looking at 2nd and 9 at the Baltimore 39-yard line. Yes, Joey says, all these panels, too many men on the field defense. And so, exactly. I mean, you're the team that called a timeout here, and then you give them the gift of getting the first down. So you burned your timeout basically for no reason. Didn't do you any good on that play. And so it's crazy. It's crazy. But all that to say, the Baltimore Ravens have the football right now. And again, the score is still tied 0-0. Neither team has scored here. Lamar takes a snap, fakes to the back. He's moving. He's running. He's looking. He's going to scramble. And he ends up getting a couple yards for going out of bounds there. Well, being shoved out of bounds there. So that's going to bring up a penalty. So now we've got another penalty coming up here. Another penalty on the play. So unnecessary roughness. Right now, we're getting more penalties than we are getting yards in this game right now. I mean, that has been the excitement so far. It is all these penalties. So thanks to that unnecessary roughness call there, now they gifted them 15 yards here. So now the Baltimore Ravens, they're in the Cleveland Browns territory now at the 40-yard line here on 1st and 10. Cleveland's got to play smarter right now. I mean, you cannot give away free points in this game. They hand it to the back. Williams this time. And Williams, he picks up a yard before being brought down. 2nd and 9 coming up at the Cleveland 39-yard line. We've seen it all so far on this drive. And I mean, literally, we've seen it all. Every type of penalty there is, I think we're about to see it on this drive. And so there you go. What's good with you? What's good with you? How's it going? And you say penalty after penalties. And so, yeah, this is crazy. This is crazy. Penalties have been the story so far in the first quarter. Again, we've got just a minute and 24 seconds left to go in the first. No team has scored in this one. The Browns did miss a field goal in their first drive, but no team has scored. Now Lamar takes a snap. He's looking. He's going to go deep, and it is incomplete. Incomplete. He was going for Hollywood on that one, but it's incomplete. So 3rd and 9 coming up here for the Baltimore Ravens. And so, hey, what's going on with your National League? What's going on with you? You say, I think penalties will win this game. No doubt about it. And right now, Baltimore is winning that category right now because those were some key penalties by the Browns there. The unnecessary roughness, and then giving them a first down, 2 on 4th down. Crazy penalties. Jackson just gets the snap off in time. He throws it. It's caught there, and that's going to be a gain of about a good 5 yards on the completion there, but it's not going to be enough for the first down. So now we've got another 4th down situation here. Great stop by the Cleveland Browns. 4th and 4 coming up at the Cleveland 34-yard line. So this is going to bring up a field goal attempt here for the Baltimore Ravens. After all the penalties, after all the going for it on fourth down, now we're going to get to see Justin Tucker. He's going to go out there. He's about as reliable as it gets in the NFL. No doubt about that. So here we go, 52-yarder. Snap is good, kick is up. Look at it, right down the middle. It doesn't get any better than that from 52 yards. So it is good. So Baltimore is the first team to score in this one. They get 3 points on the board. The Ravens lead this one 3-0 in this one. Again, Cleveland had the field goal opportunity in their first drive, but they ended up missing that field goal. So Baltimore has the lead 3-0 in this one. Only 24 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. Let's see. National League says this might be an all field goal game. I mean, honestly, it really, really would. Bring your own kicker to the party type of game. And that's the kind of game that right now it favors Baltimore. No doubt about that. It would favor Baltimore in this situation. I mean, Cleveland has already missed the field goal, and those are big-time points here. This Baltimore defense, they are playing the run, and they're doing it excellently because they are clogging the lanes before the lanes can get open. And they've got the personnel to do that. All right, so Baltimore's about to kick things off here. JT with the kickoff. No return there. So the Browns are going to take over 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line. If you're the Cleveland Browns right now, you desperately want to get that ground game going. Only 4 yards on the ground so far in this one. We've only got 24 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Yeah, you're going to definitely need more yards than that. You've got Nick Chubb. You've got Kareem Hunt. You've got to find a way to get them involved in this one here. It'll help you take more time in terms of time of possession, keep your defense fresh, and also if you're going to finish in the end zone, they're going to be a big part of that. That plus find creative ways to use Jarvis Landry on the offense. That's going to be your formula if you're the Cleveland Browns. What kind of penalties are we coming up with now? Well, it's declined anyway, so therefore, yeah, it's still going to be 1st and 10 for the Browns at their own 25-yard line. Again, just 24 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. All right, Kareem Hunt, he's the back in the backfield for this one. It's nice to see him back. Let's see if we can go ahead and get something going here. They've got one receiver, multiple tight ends, one back in the backfield. Baker up under center. Takes a snap. Hands it to Kareem Hunt. And so look at Hunt. He gets low. He picks up about 7 yards on the carry. All right, so there you go. So now we're looking at 2nd and 3 coming up from the Cleveland Browns on 32-yard line. Just 10 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. Baltimore leads this one 3-0. And so, yeah, that's going to take us to the end of the first quarter. When we come back, we're looking at 2nd and 3 for the Cleveland Browns at their own 32-yard line to start the second quarter. When we come back from the commercial to start the second quarter. You see another penalty. Yeah, I mean, we're getting more penalties right now than these teams are getting rushing yards so far in this one. Like, it's absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy the amount of penalties so far in this one. But again, the Ravens lead this one 3-0, and this one the Browns, they are 0 for 1 in terms of their field goal attempts. So they did miss a field goal after their first drive, but they got the football right now. You know, Kareem Hunt had a nice run, biggest run of the game for either team so far in this one. Kareem Hunt with that last carry for 7 yards there on his first carry of the night. So let's see if he can provide the spark needed for the Cleveland Browns to win this one, or if the Baltimore Ravens can continue to do what they did in the first quarter and shut them down. We'll find that out here when we come back in the second quarter. Yeah, I find this matchup extremely interesting because I'm telling you, last year when we saw these two teams play on a primetime stage, it was a high-scoring game. This year, looks like it's going to be the opposite. It's going to be a low-scoring, hard-fought game. It's going to be one at the line of scrimmage in this one. I mean, this is big because right now Baltimore at 7-3. You look at the Cincinnati Bengals, for example, they're 7-4 right now. So they certainly would love to see the Ravens lose this one. And the Browns right now, they're 6-5, so they would love to be responsible for Baltimore becoming 7-4 while they move up to 7-5. They would absolutely love to see that. And hey, I mean, that would put about 3 teams in that division at 7 wins if that were to be the case. All right, so here we go. About to get the second quarter on the way. Again, the Ravens lead this one 3-0 here at the start of the second quarter. And let's see what the Browns do here, faced with second and 3 from their own 31-yard line. All right, Mayfield up under center here. He's got 3 tight ends on the play, 1 receiver, 1 back in the backfield. They're going to hand it to Kareem Hunt. And Hunt, he gets close to the first down marker there. I believe he's about a yard shy of the first down. Third down coming up. Let's see, Michael says sideline pass today for an hour before the game. And so there you go. Let's see, 3rd and inches. Mayfield up under center. They've got the heavy set. They're going to hand it to Kareem Hunt there, and he picks up the first down. So Kareem Hunt providing some energy, some spark to this offense on this drive that's hopefully going to get them going. Picked up 2 yards on the carry. But yeah, Michael, which game you're referring to? All right, here we go. 1st and 10. Couple tight ends here, 2 receivers, 1 back in the backfield. Takes a snap, hands to Kareem Hunt again, and this time Kareem Hunt is going to lose a yard there. So that time the Ravens, they were ready for it. 2nd and 11 coming up from the Cleveland 35-yard line. And so Michael says Cincinnati Bengals. There it goes. Hey, that explains a lot, Michael. That explains a lot. I'm pretty sure you met with their head coach, gave them the game plan, and that's why the Bengals went out there and took care of work today. So I'm pretty sure you had something to do with that. Let's see. You say you can't talk to any players or any personnel. You're there to watch for an hour, then leave the field. Oh, man, that's brutal. That's brutal. Meanwhile, Mayfield out the shotgun. He's looking. He has time. Now he's starting to feel the rush. He has to throw it. Incomplete. So 3rd and 11 coming up from the Browns on 35-yard line. They're going to need Mayfield to convert on some of these 3rd down conversions. Like, they're going to need to see him convert. All right, here we go. 3rd and 11 for the Cleveland Browns. Mayfield out the shotgun. Ravens send pressure. He's moving. He's looking. He throws it. Who the heck he throwing it to? And I guess he just threw the ball away. I feel like that's a common theme. Anytime you get the Browns into 3rd and long, they might as well just bring out the punt team with this kind of effort. It's just, come on now. I don't like the play calling. I don't like the results here. This is not good for the Browns offense. All right, so the punt team is out here for the Browns. Look at that. That's crazy. Punt's on the way. Will we get a return? We will get a return. All right, let's see. He's already at the 20, 25, 30. Goes out of bounds at almost a 35-yard line for the Baltimore Ravens. So the Ravens have come out 1st and 10 from their own 35. They've already got the lead in this one 3-0, and they're going to look to try to see if they can expand upon that lead here in the second quarter with 12 minutes and 34 seconds left to go in this one. So again, the Ravens lead this one 3-0, and after the punt, they're getting the football back 1st and 10 from their own 35-yard line. And so, Kenny McFarland, what's going on with you, buddy? What's going on with you? How's it going? You say, hey, we're back in action. What I miss? Hey, I tell you what, right now this game kind of got off to a slow start. Cleveland on the first drive, that was their best drive, honestly. Went down there, kicked the field goal, missed the field goal. And then Baltimore, last time they had the football, they made their field goal attempt. But so far in this one, the story has been really in the trenches. You had Jay Conley for the Cleveland Browns. He went down. He got hurt. You had the starting center for the Baltimore Ravens. He got hurt. Those are two key injuries right there, I think, on the offensive line. It's really been about the interior in this one. And as for the Ravens, though, Lamar Jackson, he's 4 of 6, 22 yards. And this one sacked only one time, and that was by Myles Garrett. So Myles Garrett already going back there, causing havoc and stuff. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, Baker Mayfield, he was all right the first drive, but since then, it doesn't seem like it's there. He's 6 of 13, 65 yards. Averaging about 5 yards of completion there. No touchdowns, no interceptions. Hasn't been sacked, but there's been some close calls, but he has not been sacked. The real story for the Browns is 8 carries as a team for 14 yards. You've got Nick Chubb so far, 3 carries, 3 yards. That's not going to win you football games if you're the Cleveland Browns. You're going to need to get Nick Chubb's going. Kareem Hunt, he's seen to show a little bit more life on that last drive there, but eventually it stalled out. He's got 4 carries for just 10 yards on the ground as well in this one. So the Cleveland Browns right now, they're searching desperately to get something going offensively. But, hey, Baltimore, they're being aggressive, and they're making sure that they take away those running lanes, and they are bringing pressure up the middle. And so Baltimore's got a game plan, and it's going to be perfect for what Cleveland's trying to do right now. We'll see how Cleveland can make adjustments as this game goes on. But you haven't missed too much going on other than that crazy 4th down. 4th and 2, Ravens tried a fake punt. They would have had the first, but the referee called it dead because he basically said they snapped it before the Browns had a chance to make an adjustment, only for the Browns to call a timeout, then have 12 guys on the field, resulting in Baltimore getting the first down anyways. So penalties have been a big story in this one. Huge story. So there you go, Kenny. That is a little bit of a recap of how it's been going so far. Right now, the Ravens have the football here at their own 35-yard line. You've got a fullback. You got it back in the backfield. Brown goes in motion. They're going to fake it to the back. Lamar's looking for room. He finds nothing there, so he ends up gaining nothing on the play. 2nd and 10 coming up. Again, we're here in the second quarter. 12 minutes and 15 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Ravens lead this one 3-0, trying to get something going offensively. Here we go. 2nd and 10 for the Ravens. Let's see, out of the shotgun, you've got a running back, got a fullback, got a tight end, 2 receivers. They take the snap. He's looking, and he throws, and it's caught. That time by Hollywood. Hollywood picks up about a good 6-7 yards on the catch. All right, so here we go. 3rd and 4 here for the Ravens. All right, right now, no backs in the backfield, so we're going in the shotgun here. Receiver goes in motion. They're going to fake it to him. Lamar Jackson tries to extend for the first, does not get it, so it's going to bring up a 4th and 1 situation. He picked up 3 yards on the carry. Another 4th and short here. Let's see if the Baltimore Ravens are going to end up going for this one again on this one. You have to think that they're probably going to go for it most likely. I would not blame them. So they will go for it on 4th and 1. Lamar Jackson's looking for somewhere to go. Ooh, he's brought down. Did he get it? Did he get it? It's going to depend on the spot. I think he got it, but let's see where they mark it. All right, so it's going to be a first down for Lamar Jackson and company. That one was close. That one was close. Cleveland closed on that one quickly, but he just did get the first down. Takes a snap out the shotgun. Lamar throws it quickly, and that's Mark Money Andrews with the reception there. Picks up about 9 yards on the catch. Now we're looking at 2nd and 1 coming up here from the Cleveland 46-yard line. Here in the second quarter with 10 minutes left to go. Ravens lead this one 3-0. All right, so it's 2nd and 1 here. They take the snap, hand it to the back. That's Latavius Murray, and he picks up the first down, gains 4 yards on the carry. They needed 1 yard. He gave them 4 yards there. Again, if you're Cleveland, what works is you got to make sure that you make the Ravens face those 3rd and 9 situations, 3rd and 8, something like that. You've got to make sure that they have 3rd and long as opposed to 3rd and short. Because even if they don't get it on 3rd down, they'll just go for it on 4th down and get it then. So therefore, if you're Cleveland, you must do your work earlier in the downs here against the Baltimore Ravens. Here we go for the Baltimore Ravens. One back in the backfield, one fullback going in motion, one receiver, a couple tight ends. They're going to take the snap, hand it to the back. Latavius Murray's looking for a hole, and instead he finds a defender there, so he ends up gaining nothing on the play. 2nd and 10 coming up from the Cleveland 42-yard line. 9 minutes left to go here in the second quarter. Baltimore's up 3-0 in this one. Both defenses are doing a tremendous job so far in this game when it comes to just slowing down the run, because both of these teams, honestly, if they could drop the perfect game plan, they just want to run the ball. Now, how they run it may be a little differently, but they both ultimately want to run the ball. They want to utilize different people to run the football, but both defenses are doing a tremendous job of shutting that down. Jackson out the shotgun, fakes to the back. He's going to scramble. He kept it, and he's going to scramble. Picked up the first down to Lamar Jackson with the first big run of the night here for 13 yards. And a first down for the Baltimore Ravens at the Cleveland 29-yard line. Again, second quarter, 8 minutes and 10 seconds left to go here. Ravens are up 3-0, and they're back in Cleveland territory here within field goal range here, but they've got touchdown on the mind right now. All right, so here we go. 1st and 10 for the Baltimore Ravens. Out of the shotgun, you got 2 receivers and 1 tight end towards the bottom of the screen here. One back is Devontae Freeman. And you got Lamar looking. Lamar pump faking. Lamar's going deep. And, oh, man, Lamar, that's an accuracy type of thing right there. Lamar was off on that one. I feel like he had Mark Andrews there. If the pass was better, it could have been a completion. But thankfully for him, it's just an incompletion there. He took a deep shot there. Got to make a better throw than that. Got to make a better throw. But yeah, I mean, he was wide. Oh, it doesn't get any more open than that in the NFL that close to the goal line. That's a pass you got to connect on. But here the Ravens go 2nd and 10 out of the shotgun. Receiver goes in motion. Going to take the snap. Fake it to the back. Jackson's looking. He's going to run with it. And look at him. He picks up 9 yards on the carry towards the right end there. Excellent job by Lamar Jackson. Now we're facing 3rd and 1 at the Cleveland 20-yard line here. Again, 10 plays, 45 yards. Over 5 minutes in terms of time of possession on this drive. So far tonight, Lamar Jackson has carried the ball 7 times for 36 yards. They're going to hand the ball up the middle there to Devontae Freeman. He ends up getting the first down there, picks up 5 yards on the carry. So now they've got 1st and 10 at the Cleveland 15-yard line. So Baltimore getting closer and closer to that end zone. Can Cleveland defense come up big here and slow them down? Because I think they're going to have to right now. And there's currently a guy that's down right now. Let's see what's going on with him for the Cleveland Browns. But yeah, the medical staff's going to look at him. But yeah, if you're Cleveland, the offense, they're having a tough time right now. So you need to hold them to at least a field goal, worst case scenario, if you're the Cleveland Browns right now. Again, we're here in the second quarter, 6 minutes and 42 seconds left to go here. Baltimore is up 3-0 in this one, and they have the football just 15 yards away from the end zone. And they're going to take us to the commercial right now as they are looking at the injured player Harrison right now for the Cleveland Browns. So we're currently right now at the commercial. Perfect time to recap what's going on statistically. We'll start with the Cleveland Browns at quarterback Baker Mayfield. He is 6 of 13, 65 yards through the air in this one. No touchdowns, no interceptions. Hasn't been sacked, although there's been a couple of times the defense has gotten really close. Cleveland on the ground in this one. Nick Chubb just 3 carries, 3 yards. I'm sure if you start him in fantasy football, you're very disappointed right now, and you want him to get going. Kareem Hunt, 4 carries, 10 yards. He's averaging about 2.5 yards a carry right now. His longest run of the night, 7 yards. And receiving rise for the Cleveland Browns, Jarvis Landry's got 3 receptions, 46 yards, so he's averaging about 15.3 yards a catch. Most of that came on the first drive, though. Since then, he's been pretty quiet since then. You've got Harrison Bryant, 2 receptions as well, 9 yards in that one, and Jamarcus Bradley, he's got 1 catch as well for 10 yards for the Cleveland Browns. Now looking at the Baltimore Ravens, Lamar Jackson. Through the air, he is 6 of 9, 37 yards passing, no touchdowns, no interceptions. So far, he's been sacked 1 time in this one. On the ground, though, he's got 7 carries for 36 yards, averaging 5.1 yards a carry. He's been the only effective runner so far in this game, consistently there. And that's just the pure speed of Lamar Jackson. That's expected when you play the Baltimore Ravens there. But outside of that, nobody else is really getting anything going. Devontae Freeman, 4 carries for 8 yards. Latavius Murray, 3 carries, 6 yards. So far in this one, Tyson Williams, 1 carry, 1 yard. Receiving-wise, Marquise Brown, he's got 2 catches for 13 yards. Rashad Bateman, he's also got 2 catches for 13 yards as well. Mark Andrews is 1 catch for 9 yards in this one. Again, right now we're currently at the commercial here. Baltimore's up 3-0, and they're knocking at the red zone here. They're at the 15-yard line of the Browns. They've had 11 plays, 50 yards, almost 6 minutes in terms of time possession off the clock here. So a nice long drive, and they would love to cap it off in the end zone and get the first touchdown of the game. All right, so here we go. Back in the game here, second quarter, 6 minutes and 33 seconds left to go in the second quarter here. You've got the Baltimore Ravens trying to get into the end zone here. 1st and 10. Freeman in the backfield. Brown goes in motion. They're going to fake it to Brown. He's looking. Lamar throws it, and it's caught by Freeman there. Great play. Picked up 8 yards on the pass there. So now 2nd and 2, 7 yards away from the end zone for the Baltimore Ravens. Again, 12 plays, 58 yards, 6 minutes and 11 seconds so far in this one. There is a guy that's currently down right now, and that is Jadeveon Clowney for the Browns. Of course, he was one of their key free agents that they picked up this past offseason. So certainly we'll look and see what's going on with him, hoping for the best here. But yeah, he's currently down right now, and they're going to look at him. Let's see, Michael says the Clowney is down. So, yep. All right, so he's getting off on his own will here. That's good news there for Clowney. So that brings up 2nd and 2 here for the Baltimore Ravens. 6 minutes and 9 seconds left to go here in the second quarter. Ravens are up 3-0 here, and they're knocking on the door. Let's see if Cleveland defense has what it takes to stop them. Or can the Ravens get into the end zone? They're going to hand it to the back. And the back gets the first down and then some. All right, so you've got Devontae Freeman on the carry. He picked up 4 yards, 3 yards away from the end zone here. 1st and goal. Second quarter, 5 minutes and 45 seconds left to go here in the second quarter. 13 plays, 62 yards, almost 7 minutes in terms of time of possession off the clock. In a situation like this, you've got a lot you got to look out for. Obviously, Jackson can hand it to the back or he can keep it himself. And, of course, there's always Mark Andrews, a big threat as well. Let's see which route the Ravens take here out of the shotgun. Fullback goes in motion, going to take the snap, hand it to the back there, and the back still on his feet. Did he get the touchdown? Was it a touchdown or was he short? They're saying he was short. That was awfully close, but that's going to bring up a 2nd-and-1 situation here for the Baltimore Ravens. 5 minutes left to go here before the half. All right, so here we go. 2nd and goal. 1 yard away. They've got Latavius Murray in the backfield. Takes a snap, hands it to him. And Murray is met by, he's met by Myles Garrett and company. And he's going to end up getting nothing on the carry there. So 3rd and 1 coming up there. Great stop by Myles Garrett in the defense for the Cleveland Browns. But can they do it again here on 3rd and 1? And I got a feeling if you get the stop on 3rd down, you may have to get another stop on 4th down because I think Baltimore would absolutely go for it if they need to. I think they're in 2-down territory. If I'm the coach here, I'm going to go ahead and run it again. Let's not get cute with it. Let's go ahead and run it again. But you got Lamar Jackson up under center. Fakes it to the back. He's looking. He throws to the fullback, and all that ball had to be tipped. There's no way he missed the guy that opened. That ball had to be tipped right there by Myles Garrett and company. Okay, so the ball was deflected there. Great play by Myles Garrett. That's what you're talking about right there. That's exactly what you're talking about right there. Way to go up there, get a hand. Look at how high he went up there. That's what you call a true disruptor right there. And that's why people talk about him when they're talking about the best players in the game defensively. That's why his name comes up. What a play. But it's 4th down coming up here. 4th and 1. Can the Ravens get into the end zone? Oh, wait, they had a guy move. You hate when that happens if you're the offense there. No discipline. You knew the situation there was 4th down, 4th and 1, but yet you moved, showed a lack of discipline, especially since you're the home team here. No excuse for a penalty like that, a false start. So now it's going to back them up. So now if you're the Baltimore Ravens, I think you take the field goal here. You got to take the field goal here. So Justin Tucker, he's out there. Let's see if he'll convert for the field goal. That's a huge stop there by the Cleveland Browns. It was not easy, bending but not breaking. I mean, they bent back as far as one can bend without breaking, but excellent job. Myles Garrett and company there to hold them to a field goal here. 25-yard field goal attempt by Justin Tucker. This guy's automatic. This should be good, and it is good. Right down the middle. So the Baltimore Ravens extend their lead to 6 points now. They're up 6-0 against the Cleveland Browns. If you're Cleveland, you're happy the way your defense is playing, but you're extremely worried about the offense right now. I've said it before. I'll say it again. If I was the Cleveland Browns, I would see what Case Keenum can do right now. Don't wait until it's too late. I would go ahead and see what Case Keenum can do out there for the offense. It's clear Baker's injured and all like that, and so playing through the injury, he's not as effective, I don't think. So therefore, I would be looking at Case Keenum right now if I was the Cleveland Browns. But what a drive that was there. I mean, it took about a good 17 plays, 59 yards, almost 9 minutes in terms of time of possession. But when it was all said and done, the Cleveland Browns held them to a field goal attempt. But they're going to need help, though. They're going to need the offense to score at some point. And so sooner rather than later, that's going to be key for the Cleveland Browns. All right, so here we go. Right now, we're still at the commercial. And when we come back, the Baltimore Ravens, fresh off of that field goal and the 6-0 lead, they're going to kick things off to the Cleveland Browns, and we'll see what the Browns do here on their next possession of the game. But now is a good time to remember, if you guys haven't already, that you press the thumbs up. And also, if you're somebody that's watching for the first time, do make sure that you subscribe to the channel. We do these play-by-plays regularly, and so definitely do consider subscribing to the channel if you're someone that's not subscribed already. Again, we're still at the commercial right now, awaiting to return to action. We still got 3 minutes and 53 seconds before the half. Cleveland may be down right now, but if they can just find a way, somehow, some way to get into the end zone, or even get a field goal or something, just get some type of points in this drive, I feel that can go a long way for them in terms of momentum, but they're clearly going to have to get their running backs going in this one. There's no way you've got Nick Chubb's out there with just 3 yards from him in this game so far. We're almost at the half, and he's only got 3 yards. That makes no sense. Kareem Hunt, just 10 yards. No sense whatsoever. Cleveland has got to find a way to get those running backs going here before it's too late. All right, kickoff's on the way. All right, so there goes Baker Mayfield and the Cleveland Browns offense going out there. Let's see what he can do here. Can they get some type of points here? That's going to be critical for them to go ahead and get some type of points. All right, so here we go. Mayfield up under center. They've got one receiver here, multiple tight ends, and one back in the backfield in Nick Chubbs. They take the snap. They play fake. Baker's looking. Baker's going deep. Baker completes it, and that's going to be the tight end, Bryant. He completes it. What a big-time play that was, 41 yards. He's a little slow to get up. He is limping, so he's a little injured on the play. But what a nice completion, exactly what they needed from him. So that's exactly what they needed, guys. A big-time play to make things easier. But just like that, he makes the big play, and now they have to look at Bryant right now. Certainly, they want to make sure that they have him okay. They love to run those 3 tight end set. That's a big part of what the Cleveland Browns do. It helps with your run blocking, and quite frankly, with the lack of receivers that you have on the roster there, it certainly helps make life easier in terms of just their play calling. All right, so here we go for the first down here for the Cleveland Browns after that big 41-yard completion there to Bryant. Bryant was injured on that same play there, the tight end. And so now we got some trickery here. So Jarvis Landry's going to take the direct snap. He takes it. He's looking. He's going to run. Oh, the pressure gets to him. Oh, man, he's hit while he throws it. That's a fumble. That's a fumble. Who recovered it? Is it Baltimore? So how about that? Baltimore comes away with the football. They tried to call a trick play, and it didn't work. It just didn't work. You wouldn't have to call a trick play if you just went ahead and switched quarterbacks. You wouldn't have to do that. You wouldn't have to do that. Look at that. Look at that. Come on, man. Come on. That's a play from a receiver who's trying to make something happen because he doesn't have faith that the regular offense can get it done. Terrible execution on the fake play there. Terrible execution. He took the direct snap. Come on now. No. All right, so here goes Lamar Jackson at the shotgun, fresh off the turnover. Jackson throws it, and it is caught there by the wide receiver. That's going to be a pickup of 13 yards. Rashad Bateman there with the reception. And so now we're going to have 1st and 10 at the Baltimore 48-yard line. 2 minutes and 45 seconds left to go before the half. Ravens are up 6-0 over the Cleveland Browns, and they have the football fresh off the fumble. Jackson throws it. Oh, was it picked off? Was it picked off by Ward? Ward is still running. What did the ball touch the ground or not? If not, that'll be a huge turnover for the Cleveland Browns. Just what the doctor ordered for the Cleveland Browns. All right, let's see the replay. The ball bounced off the defender there. Ooh, what a nice catch. What a nice catch by Ward, showing he's got the hands. He went up under that one. Nice, clean interception. Now that I see the replay, that's a nice, clean interception there for the Cleveland Browns, and that was big time. So that's going to be a big-time interception. Now we get to see the offense come back out there. Let's see what Baker Mayfield and company can do here. In the shotgun. Takes a snap. Mayfield throws it quickly. It's caught by Jarvis Landry, and Landry picks up the first down there for the Cleveland Browns. Picked up 11 yards from the catch. Now they're in Baltimore side of the field here at the 42-yard line of the Baltimore Ravens. Again, 2 minutes and 20 seconds left to go before the half. Baltimore's got, let's see, Cleveland's got 2 timeouts plus a 2-minute warning to work with, plenty of time. Mayfield takes a snap, throws it to the back. That's Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb picks up about a good 7 yards before going out of bounds. 2 minutes and 5 seconds left in the second quarter. About to be the 2-minute warning coming up. All right, so it's the 2-minute warning left here. The Ravens lead this one 6-0 with 2 minutes to go before the half here. But the Cleveland Browns, they turned it over, then got a turnover themselves here. So now Baker Mayfield and company facing the 2nd and 3 at the Baltimore 35-yard line. This is the kind of opportunity in which they have to come away and get some kind of points here. I mean, they hate the fact they missed the field goal on the opening drive here, but they have an opportunity to go out there and try to get some points here before the half. They have to be thinking touchdown. No, I know they want to get a touchdown here, but ultimately make sure you come away with some type of points in this one. Again, this has been a low-scoring game so far in this one and a physical game. No doubt about that, extremely physical. Yeah, right now we're currently still at the commercial here because of the 2-minute warning. Baltimore leads this one 6-0, but Cleveland, they still have an opportunity to go out there with 2 minutes left to go from Baltimore's 35-yard line and try to get some points for the first time in this one. If they can get a touchdown, there's a possibility that they could go into the half with the lead in spite of everything that's taken place so far. And so Michael says 2-minute drill. It has officially began. There you go. And so Jay in the Bay, what's good with you? What's good with you? How's it going, man? How's it going? And how about them 49ers, right? How about them 49ers? But appreciate you for coming through, man. What are your thoughts so far on how this game is playing out, and what is your final projection for this game here? Do you think the Baltimore Ravens will hold on for the victory in this one, or will the Cleveland Browns find a way to get things going and win this one? Definitely let me know your thoughts, Jay. But thank you so much for coming through. All right, so here we go. 2 minutes now. So that means every type of challenge that happens is going to have to be initiated by the replay booth. Let's see. Jay says Niners are on a 3-game win streak and you should be ecstatic. No doubt about that. And Jimmy, you guys should believe. But I saw Deebo Samuel out there. I saw him. Meanwhile, Baker throws it and it's caught by Donovan Peoples-Jones there. He picked up 4 yards and a first down for the Cleveland Browns. 1:56 left to work with here before the half. Mayfield up under center. Gonna hand it to the back. So Nick Chubb picks up 3 yards on the carry there. Still got 1:45 seconds left to go here before the half. And because they are right now at the Baltimore 28-yard line, 2nd and 7, they have the room to where they can mix in a few runs there. They still got 2 timeouts. All right, so Jay says he likes the Ravens to win tonight. Okay, I hear you there. I hear you there. I hear you there. It's starting to reach that point of the season now where I've got to think about my own team with the Patriots here. So if the Browns can come through, then hey, so be it. But look at Mayfield. He's going to go deep. He's going into the end zone here. Incomplete. Incomplete. He threw it up there, gave this guy a chance there, but Humphreys has been playing excellent coverage in this one, and it wasn't there. It was not there. All right, so here we go. 3rd and 7 coming up here. This is what it all comes down to. These key third down situations for Mayfield and company. They've got 5 wide here. You've got 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 running back. Mayfield takes a snap. He's looking. He throws across the middle. Incomplete. Incomplete. I still don't understand why they would not give Case Keenum the opportunity to go out there and see what he can do. Because I just feel like right now, injured Mayfield, this is really tough for him to overcome that. But let's see if they can convert the field goal attempt this time around. Again, McLaughlin, he missed on the first field goal attempt. Let's see if he can connect on this one. Five seconds on the play clock. 1 minute and 7 seconds left to go before the half. The kick is up. And it hits the left upright, but it goes in. So, wow, how about that? This 46-yard field goal attempt just barely connected, and it's good for the Cleveland Browns. So, 6-3. Baltimore leads this one. That is your score right now, 6-3 in this one. We'll be going to the commercial, but when we come back, the Cleveland Browns will kick the ball off here to the Ravens. The Ravens will have 1 minute and 2 seconds to work with before the half and all 3 timeouts. That's going to be important. In fact, they've got all 3 timeouts there and 1 minute and 2 seconds to work with for the Baltimore Ravens. Jay says, I know you're happy about your Patriots. If they keep this up, they could be the best team in the AFC. Their D is playing lights out. Absolutely. No doubt about that. And so, yeah, but I know there's some teams out there that you certainly have to keep an eye out for. No doubt about that. That's out there playing extremely well football as well. And obviously Tennessee, they were extremely shorthanded in that matchup earlier today. And so if we were to play them again in the playoffs, there's a good chance they could have both of their receivers back. And who knows, maybe even a Derrick Henry. You just never know. But they could have a couple more guys back if we played them again in the playoffs. So I'm thankful for the win, but certainly we got to stay focused and keep improving. Especially that big-time matchup against the Buffalo Bills coming up next Monday Night Football next week. Yeah, that's going to be a big-time matchup there, but appreciate you. Absolutely. Mac Jones, though, looking fantastic. Looking fantastic. Got to give it to Bill Belichick. On the same day that Mac Jones gets a big W, Cam Newton got benched down there in Carolina, and so that was an embarrassing display, an embarrassing display there that I saw from the Carolina Panthers. But we'll talk more about that at the half. Let's see, Michael says this game should have been tied. It really would have been. It really would have been. It just comes down to the fact that Cleveland kicker, he missed the kick. I don't know why Cleveland just won't give Case Keenum a chance. I mean, if you believe in Baker Mayfield, that's good, but the man is clearly playing through some injuries, and he's not able to really lift the offense to the heights that you need your quarterback to do from time to time. Why not take a chance on Case Keenum? 80s. Yeah, you're here. What's going on, man? What's going on, man? When I saw the final score, I had to triple check and make sure that I wasn't dreaming. When I saw that final score with the Eagles and Giants, man, what's going on, man? If there's one thing that we share, it is our hatred for the Giants. And I couldn't believe it. I just couldn't believe it. I was stunned. I could not believe what I saw. What happened, man? Let me know your thoughts. What happened in that game, man? Who's to blame? Something had to go wrong. Something had to go wrong, extremely wrong in that one. But, man, I certainly understand that. Certainly understand that. All right, but here we go. Cleveland's about to kick the ball off here. They trail 6-3 in this one. It has been a game of special teams so far in this one. Cleveland kicks it off. And so Baltimore will get the football. Last time they took it all the way down to the 1-yard line, only to have to settle for a field goal attempt, and that was 6-0. But now Cleveland's kicked their own field goal. Baltimore's going to have a minute, 2 seconds to work with, along with 3 timeouts to try to extend their lead from 6-3 and try to get some more points. Let's see, Eddie says that he wished he knew what the problem was. I mean, it makes no sense. It makes no sense. It's not like the Giants went out there and their offense did a lot. It was all on Jalen Hurts today. I mean, something tells me it was all on him today. Meanwhile, you've got Jackson. He throws it. It's picked off. It's picked off. So how about that? Wow, how about that? So now with 56 seconds left to go, you have the Cleveland Browns who have an opportunity to either get a field goal or maybe even a touchdown. How about that? What is up with Lamar Jackson right now and company? In a game of this magnitude, for you to throw a questionable pass like that, what was he thinking? Wow. So Lamar Jackson just turned the ball over here. That's the Ravens' second turnover of this game here. But Cleveland has to make it count. They've been a little shaky on the field goals. Yeah, the kicker made the last one, but it hit the left uprights. Luckily, it fell in there. So if I'm Cleveland, I'm trying to get into the end zone here. Mayfield takes a snap. He throws it. Incomplete. Incomplete. Why is it every time that Mayfield throws the football, I feel like his receivers have to make an adjustment so drastic they end up hitting the turf, hitting the ground, hitting the field before they have a chance to hit the ball or anything? I mean, it's just that far off that these guys are hitting the floor because it's just not possible to make the play on the ball. I know it sounds like I'm being harsh on Baker Mayfield, but I just truly feel that Case Keenum could give them the better chance to win right now. And I hate the fact that they are taking the team down just to have one man go out there and prove it. All right, so you go in the shotgun. Let's see, 2 receivers, 2 tight ends, 1 running back. He's looking at look at him. Look at him. He lost the football. He lost the football. You cannot tell me this kid gives you the best chance to win the game. What in the world are we doing? Cleveland, what are we doing? He clearly is in too much pain to play the position. What is up with the coaching staff? Do they not care about the game? You have to put in Case Keenum. Baker Mayfield is a walking liability. I don't get it. That's like driving a car with no windshields and all like that. Putting him out there at quarterback right now. He's clearly too hurt. My man is playing through 2 injuries, and he's not going to tell you that he can't go out there because he truly believes he can go out there. You got to save the kid from himself. It makes no sense. How many players have to leave the team before you realize Baker Mayfield is the problem? He's the problem for the Cleveland Browns. That's why the season ain't going the way it should go. And yet the coaching staff continues to give this man opportunities. How many more times do we have to see this happen? I'm tired of it. I'm tired. That's a simple play. The pressure's coming. Throw the football. I don't get it. I don't get it. This is crazy. This is crazy. So they get the ball right back off another turnover. Meanwhile, Lamar, he's going to keep it on the carry here. He gets the first down. That's going to be a first down for the Baltimore Ravens. Lamar Jackson picked up 5 yards on the carry there. So now we've got 1st and 10 at the Cleveland 38-yard line. Jesse J says the Ravens giving this game away. So Baltimore takes their first time out. Again, Baltimore leads this one 6-3 here. 36 seconds left to go here before the half. I mean, look at that. That's come on, look at that, man. Look at that play. And you're telling me he gives you the best chance to win? It's the coach's job to realize when your starting quarterback just doesn't have it. I get it. The injury he's got, that's going to affect him for the rest of the season. And he's clearly not looking that good. Go to the backup quarterback. You have no choice. Your team is playing hard. Don't punish your guys like that, all right? This is a pet peeve of mine because I experienced that myself back in high school and all like that. Don't stick with the kid you want out there at quarterback. Put the guy that gives you the best chance to win the game. So meanwhile, Malcolm Brown with the 8-yard reception there. So now we're looking at 2nd and 2 coming up here. 32 seconds left to go before the half. Baltimore with the football here. 2nd and 2. Let's see. 80 says Jalen can't throw an INT. In the red zone, he is young, will get better. And so I hope so. Meanwhile, you've got Lamar Jackson on the run here. He's going to throw deep. He looks into the end zone. Incomplete, but there is a penalty. There is a penalty. Let's see what they call. All right, so they're going to call a holding on that one. Okay. And so, but yeah, 80s, I get the fact that he's young and those turnovers, but man, that one hurt. Y'all needed that game. And look at that. Lamar throws another interception. Look at that. This is a game that says, I don't want to win. Do you want to win? They're over there just giving each other gifts back and forth. Nobody wants to cash in on the gift right now. But yet another interception here. Look at that. You're making a mistake, coach. Don't let that kid get back in the game. I hate stubborn coaches, man. Like, you got to do what's best for the team. No one man is more important than the team. You got to do what's best for the team. And you cannot tell me that Baker Mayfield gives you the best chance to win right now. Look at that. The defense is giving you as many turnovers as the offense has given you points so far in this one. But yet you continuously stick with the problem. But here we are, 21 seconds left to go here. The Browns going to have 21 seconds to work with. They've got 2 timeouts here. Ultimately, you want to try to get the ball to field goal range. That's what you're aiming to do. All right, so here we go in the shotgun. Tight end goes in motion. You've got 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 running back. The Browns from their own 33-yard line. Mayfield takes a snap. He's looking, throws it, and it's deflected. Incomplete. Incomplete. Yeah, so let's see what Mayfield does on this one. 2nd and 10. Again, I'm still frustrated with the Cleveland Browns here that they are sticking with Mayfield. So you got the shotgun. Ravens sending pressure. He just throws it up there. Of course it's incomplete. Of course it's incomplete. That's what his middle name is. Baker Incomplete Mayfield. I'm really upset right now at the Cleveland Browns. I mean, you've got too much talent. Your defense is playing too good for you to stick with a guy who's clearly not 100% out there. There's no secret he's not 100% out there, but he's not helping you. He's not moving the football. You can't count on him. You cannot count on him. Here you go, 3rd and 10. They're going to take the snap and hand it to the back. Give it to Kareem Hunt. That's right. Just give it to him. Let's go ahead and let's see if we can run out the clock here. But Baltimore calls a timeout because they want one more crack at it, so they call a timeout. Let's see. 80 says, if Baker was a mobile running liability, would that be better? It would not be right now. It would not be. He's clearly too hurt right now. His shoulder's just not right. There's something messed up with it. He's in too much pain. He's not going to be able to give you the best chance to win. At best, right now your offense can maybe get 20 points on a good day at best and all like that. Whereas you put a guy like Case Keenum in, you can consistently get you maybe about close to 20 points a game because you've got the running backs. It's just nobody fears your quarterback right now. That's the problem. Punts on the way. All right, so the Ravens will have 1 second to work with from their own 30-yard line. Let's see, 86 JB Nation halftime show coming up. You already know. Absolutely, absolutely. We'll go ahead and recap the stats from this one, and then after that, we'll go ahead and talk about some of the other games that have taken place earlier today. And so Jay says Baker, incomplete Baker. So, all right, so here we go. So the Ravens are just going to go ahead and take a knee on that play. Just took a knee. And so now we're at the half. Baltimore leads this one 6-3. The game that nobody apparently wants to win right now. I mean, you've got Lamar Jackson. He's out there. The man's thrown 3 interceptions in this one. I mean, it's like you get a turnover and you say, nah, you get it back, bro. I don't want it. And it's going back and forth. Now you get the ball. You get the ball. Nobody wants football right now. But Lamar, 10 of 17, 74 yards through the air, 3 interceptions, sacked 1 time, and all like that. But you know what? I feel that he'll get it together because at least he's contributing to the ground game. 9 carries, 40 yards. He's the leading rusher in this game. That's right, the game that has Nick Chubbs, the return of Kareem Hunt. He is the lead. He's the leading rusher in this one. That should not be a major surprise there. But right now, we're talking about a 6-3 game right now. A 6-3 game. He's got to cut off the turnovers. You cannot continuously turn the ball over right now. This game means way too much, and you're giving the other team too many opportunities. The only way that a team doesn't beat you with this many turnovers is if the other team is starting Baker Mayfield. Now, what has he done so far in this one? If you look at the stats, 10 of 22, 128 yards through the air, averaging less than 6 yards of completion. You probably say, you know what, JB, you're being harsh on him. It's not that bad. You know, I mean, it is that bad. It is that bad. He's out there fumbling the ball. I mean, he just looks lost out there. The team, he's clearly lost the team. He's too hurt to go out there and throw average passes and stuff. The accuracy's not there. How many times do we have to watch a receiver hit the ground every time he throws the ball within 15 feet of him because they're trying to go out there and make some type of acrobatic catch just to make a basic 5-yard completion? I mean, basic Baker is not getting it done today. He's not the answer. He's way too hurt. I want to see Case Keenum. If I don't see Case Keenum tonight, then the Cleveland Browns did not try, in my opinion. There's no reason why you just got the same amount of points as interceptions that Lamar Jackson is throwing. You just got 3 points. Another kicker missed the field goal, all of that stuff. But, hey, who can run the football right now when the other team knows that you cannot pass the football because the guy you're putting back there is not the best option? That is a really big pet peeve of mine when I see coaches stick with their guy just because he's their guy. Dude, you stick with him too long, you won't be the guy down there in Cleveland because they are not going to sit back and just watch you cater to Baker Mayfield, all right? You got rid of OBJ. He was supposed to be the problem. Well, the problem still exists. Now you got Jarvis Landry. He's afraid to throw the ball away because he doesn't know when he's going to get the football back, so he fumbles the football trying to make up for the mistakes of Baker Mayfield and try to make something happen because you're starting the worst quarterback that you could possibly start. I would feel so much better if I at least saw Case Keenum go out there and try. If you got the same results, so be it. But it's clear Baker's not the option. Show the fans that you care. This was a team that was projected to finish top 3 in the AFC, and they're right now 6-5, looking 6-6, dead in the mouth right now. Dead in the mouth right now, and you're still sticking with Baker Mayfield. I don't know why. Who's making the decisions right now? Is it Skip Bayless right now? Is he the one making the decisions? Who is going to stick with Baker Mayfield right now? This is stupid. This is stupid. This is like if Oklahoma were to stick with Spencer Rattler. I mean, it makes no sense. It makes no sense. Give your man a chance. It's not like Case Keenum didn't come in there and get you a W against the Denver Broncos, which have a very good defense. He showed you if you put him in a big game situation, it won't be too big for him. Give the man a chance. But instead, you're sticking with Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield, he hasn't gone out there and won you anything. You're sticking with Baker Mayfield. It makes no sense. That's why they're losing this game. And if they keep playing him, they will lose this game. It doesn't matter how many times Lamar turns the ball over. It is not going to matter. Unless the defense decides to score by themselves, it won't help anybody. It won't help anybody. This is an embarrassment on the coaching staff. This is on them. They're not putting their players in the best position to win this game. That's why we saw that turnover from Jarvis Landry. It's because he doesn't have faith in his quarterback to throw him the football. And how could he? How could he? I'm over here looking. I'm like, okay, it's a basic out route. I myself can throw that out route. He throws it, it's 10 yards too far for the receiver. He's got to dive, make some crazy type of play to at least look like he's near the ball. Otherwise, they might throw a penalty for nobody being near the football or something like that. You at least got to act like you go for the football. This is crazy. This is crazy. And this is exactly why they're 6-5 right now, because they have too much talent to be 6-5. But the coaching staff continues to believe in Baker Mayfield. I don't care. You got to move on from him. You got to move on from him. That's why you signed a guy like Case Keenum. He's clearly too hurt to be out there. You can't stick with him. You cannot stick with him. This entire halftime show is just basically becoming a whole rant about Baker Mayfield. And so 80 says, absolutely, I hate to see this. I hate to see this. I hate to see this. And so 80 says, JB's Baker. My name is Regan. That is funny, 80. That is funny. That is funny. And so let's see. 80 says, damn, JB is a closet Browns fan. And so that is absolutely not the case. Absolutely not the case. But I cannot stand to see a coach stick with a guy that I know does not give them the best chance to win. I mean, I get it. Case Keenum is not the guy you want to crown as your franchise quarterback, and you shouldn't do that. But right now, he's the better option. He's the better option. If your backup quarterback can give you a B-, C+, why would you stick with a guy who's going to go out there and give you a D each and every game, a D, D-, F+? He's giving you those type of performances. Your receivers are getting hurt. What's next? You're going to just let Jarvis Landry go? And then who's next? Donovan Peoples-Jones? You're just going to keep letting the receivers go because you feel like it's their fault? No, you can't catch a ball that doesn't come close to you. It's not their fault. It is all on Baker Mayfield. It's all on him. That's why they're losing this game. If they had anybody else in at quarterback who's a starter in this league, they'd get more projection. I feel better if they had Jared Goff in at quarterback right now than Baker Mayfield. He is looking like the worst quarterback right now in the league by how he's performing since he's got those major injuries. This is an embarrassment right there for the Cleveland Browns. They should be embarrassed at the half. If I'm a defensive player, I'm in the coach's ear until they either throw me out the locker room or they bench Baker Mayfield. One of the two is going to happen at the half if I'm a defensive player or even a wide receiver in that locker room. Because this is just, someone's got to talk to him. Someone's got to talk to him. All right, but let me just go ahead and recap the stats here from the half here and try to just calm down a little bit here. All right, so far in this one, you've got basic Baker. He's 10 of 22, 128 yards through the air, no touchdowns, no interception. He's been sacked. He's fumbled it, all that stuff. Meanwhile, for Lamar Jackson, 10 of 17, 74 yards through the air, 3 interceptions, and a lot of that came right before the half. Couple mistakes there, but he also has contributed on the ground game, 9 carries, 40 yards as well. So he's got 40 of the 61 yards they have on the ground. Meanwhile, for the Cleveland Browns, 10 carries, 21 yards as a team. You've got Nick Chubb in the backfield. He's only got 4 carries for 6 yards. You've got Kareem Hunt. He's got 5 carries, 14 yards. No running back so far able to get things going, and that's because the defense does not respect your passing game, and they should not respect your passing game. They legitimately should not. They should treat it like you've got a middle school offense out there at quarterback in terms of the passing game. They should disregard it right now. I don't blame the Ravens for disregarding it, but that just goes to show when you can't pass the ball, you're not going to be able to run the ball either, and that's really hurting their run game right now. That is big right there. But yeah, just to go ahead and recap some other games that have taken place this week. You've got the Chicago Bears. They won against the Detroit Lions 16-14, led by Andy Dalton. They were able to get the victory on the road at Detroit in a close one there, 16-14. They pulled that one off. Speaking of pulling one off, the Raiders and the Cowboys. Talk about a Thanksgiving game to remember. The Raiders came out victorious 36-33 in that one, and that was a big-time win in which the Raiders really needed to get that win. Would have been big for the Cowboys as well, but the Raiders, they really needed that win, came through, got the W in that one. And then Buffalo, they ended up taking care of business. Final game of Thanksgiving, the Saints offense did not show up at all, and the Buffalo Bills ended up winning 31-6 in that contest. And now some of the games that took place today, you have the Cincinnati Bengals. They were at home against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Cincinnati came out there, and they took care of business. They won 41-10 over the Pittsburgh Steelers. I projected that Cincinnati was going to win. I just didn't project that it was going to be by this much points here. It was clearly a one-sided matchup there. And the Cincinnati Bengals, I believe, they've swept the Pittsburgh Steelers this season now officially. The Jets went on the road. They beat the Houston Texans 21-14. And that when the return of Zach Wilson got the W for the Jets there. Big time winning that one for them. You got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on the road at the Colts. Now, that was a game right there where there was a running back who did score about 4 or 5 touchdowns, but it wasn't Jonathan Taylor. And then perhaps that's why the Colts lost. They didn't utilize the run game enough. And when they went to it, it was just a little too late because you never want to give Tom Brady the football with a chance to ice it. And that's exactly what he did. He did ice it. Although that kick return towards the end almost took him to the end zone, but in the end of the day, it just didn't work out for him. Atlanta went on the road down there to Jacksonville, came up with the W 21-14. The return of Colorado Patterson, that was big for them. So the Falcons ended up winning that game. And then Miami, they went out. They played against the Carolina Panthers. It was down in Miami. Miami won that one 33-10. Cam Newton went out there. At first, he scored a touchdown. I was thinking he was going to have a good game, but my goodness. After that, it was all downhill. Christian McCaffrey, he ended up getting hurt in that game once again. That's terrible. You hate to see Christian McCaffrey get hurt, especially if you're a Panthers fan or if you're having a fantasy football, then you're really frustrated once again. Cam Newton getting benched, that helps nobody in fantasy football. Absolutely. So Miami had that victory. The Patriots over the Tennessee Titans. Patriots did a good job from start to finish. They had that one letdown before the half, but 36-13. That was good. That was a good game right there. And so one game that surprised me though, the Giants and the Eagles. The Giants won that one 13-7. No idea how that happened there, but the Giants somehow won a defensive game 13-7 in that one. Another game that caught me a little bit by surprise there was the Denver Broncos beating the Chargers 28-13. I thought the Chargers, after what we saw last game, the offense would be there, but it seems this offense is flip a coin. If it's heads, they'll play good. If it's tails, they'll play bad. You just never know. But they ended up losing this one 28-13. That's a big-time loss for the Chargers in that one. Speaking of a big-time loss, the Rams find themselves on the wrong end of the scoreboard again, 36-28 earlier today. Aaron Rodgers and company, Aaron Jones, the return of Aaron Jones, they came through. They won 36-28. It was a good game by both teams, but ultimately Green Bay got the W. So later on, if these two teams do meet in the playoffs, it's a strong possibility it'll be down in Green Bay again. And the Rams, they did lose last year down in Green Bay. This was a game they really wanted to win, but ultimately they ended up losing that one to the Green Bay Packers by a touchdown, 36-28. Let's see, the 49ers versus the Vikings. That was another good game, but the 49ers came through, led by Jimmy G and company. They went out there and they won 34-26. This is going to be a big time. That was a big time win for the 49ers because you never know the way the playoff picture is looking now. A couple weeks from now, it may come down to those two teams. You just never know whether we're talking about who's going to be the higher seed or who gets into the playoffs. You just never know. But that was a big time win for the 49ers right there. And so 80 says, JB, I have a question. He says, do you think the Browns should leave Baker in since he's hurt or put in Case Keenum? Surprised you haven't mentioned it yet. This man should be on the bench. He should be on the bench along with his alumni quarterback, Spencer Rattler, at his alumni there. So, yeah, he definitely should be on the bench right now, holding the clipboard. That's the only thing that Baker should be holding right now is the clipboard. They say the quarterback should be able to put a team on his shoulder. Right now, Baker's playing with a bum shoulder. He should not be in there. Should not be in there. Should not be in there. But, of course, I don't get paid to make the big-time decisions. And right now, Cleveland, they're gonna stick with him. So we'll see how that plays out. All right, but here we go. Returning back from the half here. Cleveland's getting ready to kick things off to the Baltimore Ravens. And we'll see what the Ravens do here, what type of adjustments they've made. If you're Baltimore, you're up 6-3, but you turn the ball over 3 times there. Cleveland's missed a field goal. If you do that again in the second half, odds are you're probably going to lose this game. So you cannot continue to turn the ball over. if I see Baker go out there and turn the ball over again. All right, but here we go. The kickoff's about to be on the way, and it'll be the Ravens football. Let's see if we get a return here. No return here. So it's all right. So it's going to be Baltimore football here. 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line. And let's see what Lamar Jackson and company got in store for us here in the second half. Of course, it's going to have to be protect the football. That's the only way they can go about it, is that they have to protect the football here on out. They're able to move the football, but you've got to protect the rock. You don't want to make life easy right now for the Browns, especially when your defense is playing as good as they're playing. All right, so here you go. 2 tight ends, got a fullback, got a back in the backfield, 1 receiver. They're going to hand it to the back. That's Latavius Murray. And Murray, he ends up getting a tough yard on a carry, but there is a penalty. There is a penalty. Let's see a call. Ooh, holding on the defense. Okay. Cannot forget about these referees now. They did at one point look like they were going to take over the first half there. So penalties have been a big factor so far in this one. And the Browns, they start things off here like they did in the first half with having these penalties called against them. Defensive holding. I don't know about that one. But anyway, it's the 1st and 10 here for the Ravens. Let's see, got a fullback, tight end, running back, 2 receivers. Lamar takes it. He's going to throw it to Mark Andrews, and Mark Andrews makes the first guy miss, ends up getting about 4 or 5 yards on the reception there. 2nd and 6 coming up here at the Baltimore 35-yard line. All right, so here we go. Jackson takes a snap. He's going to hand it to the back. That's Freeman. And Freeman ends up he gets back to the line of scrimmage there, no gain. So 3rd and 6 coming up from the Baltimore 35-yard line. Can the Browns get a 3 and out here? They obviously have the penalty there, but can they go ahead and get a stop here on 3rd down and get the offense back on the field? Or will the Ravens convert here and keep this drive going? Again, we're here in the 3rd quarter. 13 minutes and 30 seconds left to go here in the 3rd quarter. Ravens lead this one 6-3, and they're facing the 3rd and 6 out of the shotgun formation. Trips towards the bottom of the formation, takes a snap, throws a quick one to Brown. And Brown gets the first down, and that's going to be a first down for the Ravens. He picked up 7 yards. They needed 6. That's a first down for Baltimore. So 1st and 2 at their own 42-yard line. All right, so they put a receiver in motion here. They've got one back in the backfield. They're going to hand it to him, and that's Freeman. And Freeman, he gets a couple yards there, picks up 4 yards on the carry on the left side of the line before being brought down. 2nd down coming up, 2nd and 6 at the Baltimore 46-yard line. All right, here we go. 2nd and 6. One back in the backfield is Latavius Murray. He fakes it to Murray. Jackson's looking. He's moving. He fakes it. He's going to scramble. And he picks up about 2 yards on the scramble there before going out of bounds there. 3rd and 4 coming up at their own 48-yard line. Again, the Ravens lead this one 6-3 here in the 3rd quarter with 12 minutes left to go here in the 3rd quarter. All right, so here we go. 3rd and 4. They've got 5 seconds left on the play clock. Out of the shotgun. Brown goes in motion. He takes the snap. He's looking. Lamar throws it up there. Just heaves it up there. Oh, what a catch there. Plus the penalty for pass interference there. Oh, man, that's a big one right there against the Browns. That one's going to hurt. But excellent job right there by Mark Andrews. So, wow, that's going to be 38 yards in terms of the defensive pass interference there. Oh, that was a nice catch right there by Mark Andrews. Excellent catch. So even without the flag, he still made that catch. And that's why they pay him the big bucks. Call him Mark Money Andrews out there. All right, so we're going to shotgun. Brown goes in motion. They take the snap. They're going to hand it to Latavius Murray, and Murray shows a little bit of juice right there in his burst. Gets 4 yards on the carry. 2nd and 6 coming up from the Cleveland 9-yard line. So now we're 9 yards away from the end zone for the Baltimore Ravens here on 3rd down. 11 minutes left to go. Baltimore is up 6-3. All right, here we go. 2nd and 6 out of the shotgun. Murray goes in motion. Lamar's looking. Pressure's there, and they get to him. They get to him for a sack. He lost 4 yards on the sack there. That's going to make it 3rd and 10 from the Cleveland 13-yard line. So far on this drive, you got 8 plays, 62 yards, about 4 minutes and 30 seconds off the clock in terms of time of possession. Again, the Ravens, they have the football here. They have the lead 6-3 here in the 3rd quarter. And they also have the football 13 yards away from the end zone. This is big right here. This is really big right here, especially if you're the Cleveland Browns defensively. You cannot afford to let them get a touchdown right now. All right, so Cleveland calls a timeout. So they call a timeout here in the 3rd quarter. 9 minutes and 56 seconds left to go here in the 3rd quarter. Ravens lead this one 6-3. All right, so here we go after that timeout. Here it's 3rd and 10 for the Ravens. Out of the shotgun, Lamar takes a snap. Pressure's there. He avoids the first guy. He's looking. He's going to throw it in there. And, oh, wow, he got it in the end zone there to Mark Money Andrews, the tight end, for the touchdown catch. Wow, I can't believe it. All the pressure, he was fading back, and to find Mark Andrews of all people that wide open, that had to be a miscommunication by the defense. Wow. But what a touchdown for the Ravens. They're up 13-3, pinning the extra point. Extra point is up, and it's good. So now, 13-3 is the score here. Ravens over the Browns here. So we've got our first touchdown of the game here. Lamar Jackson to Mark Andrews. And so if you started these guys in fantasy football, you got to feel a little bit better now about that reception there. And so the Ravens find themselves up by 10 points in this one, 13-3. And so 80 says JB's nickname is Mandrews. Nice, nice. And so let's see. 80 says, but money sounds better. Hey, everything sounds better when you mark Money Andrews. I mean, he is the highest paid tight end in the league right now. And so, hey, with that reception that he had and plus the touchdown right there, now we see why he gets paid the big bucks. No doubt about that. No doubt about that. And so let's see. Cutler says, does anyone have the real game? And so, hey, good luck finding that one, though, because, yeah, YouTube will not let me post the actual game there. So good luck finding that one. But yeah, the score right now is the Ravens 13, Browns 3. We're here in the third quarter, 9 minutes and 48 seconds left to go. Once we come back from commercial. So far in this one, for the Baltimore Ravens, Lamar Jackson, 14 of 21, 137 yards, 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions, sacked twice in this one, but also on the ground, 10 carries, 42 yards. His longest run of the night, 13 yards, and he's averaging 4.2 yards a carry. As a team for the Ravens, they've got 25 carries for 72 yards. And let's see, Eddie says, this is the real game. There you go. There you have it. There you have it. Meanwhile, for the Cleveland Browns, Baker Mayfield, he's 10 of 22, 128 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. He's been sacked once in this one for 17 yards. And also on the ground for the Cleveland Browns, 10 carries as a team, 21 yards. Certainly you have to think that they're going to be looking to try to get the run game going here in the second half. They absolutely must get the run game going. This is not Cleveland football to go out there and not have the running game. They've got too good of running backs out there to not have them, getting yards and stuff. I get it, Kareem Hunt. He just came back. Nick Chubb, he's only been back a few games, but certainly they got to get that ground game going because once the ground game gets going, everything else will get easier. All right, so here we go back from the commercial. Kick's on the way. It's a script kick here. And so excellent kick there. I mean, he's even aced the script kicks out there. So that's going to be a touchback there. So Cleveland's going to take over 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line. Let's see. 80 says, out of the freshman class of quarterbacks this year, do you think they all would have been successful with Bill Belichick or just Mac Jones? You know what, 80s? That's a great question. I think just Mac Jones would have the type of success that you see right here because Mac Jones, it was similar to what he ran in college in terms of, working for a guy like Nick Saban and stuff like that. The offense they ran there, it was just a great fit. So I think Mac Jones would have had the same success had the Saints taken him as well. I know, obviously, it wouldn't have made sense for them to draft a quarterback this past year, but I think the Saints and the Patriots are where he would have had the most success, maybe the 49ers in the long run as well. And so the pass to Nick Chubbs, and Nick Chubbs picks up 16 yards there. So nice play on that one by Nick Chubbs. Way to get him involved in the offense. You're going to have to get him involved in this one. So here we go, 1st and 10 out of the shotgun. Going 5 wide here. Mayfield takes a snap. He's looking. He feels the pressure. He throws it. And it is caught by Donovan Peoples-Jones there. He picks up 6 yards on the reception. So now we've got 2nd down coming up, 2nd and 4 from the Cleveland 47-yard line here. So now I need this offense to wake up here, and let's try to get something going here so we can get a good game out of this one. But yeah, 80s, I think this is a lot to do with just Mac Jones was the perfect fit for what the Patriots are looking to do. All right, here we go. One back in the backfield. Multiple tight ends here. One wide receiver. Chubbs is the back in the backfield. Mayfield up on the center. Takes the snap 2nd and 4. They're going to hand it to the back. You've got Chubbs there. And he's going to be brought down there for a loss of a yard. 3rd and 5 coming up. So Baltimore has made it known they are not going to allow you to just go ahead and run the football. They're not going to let that happen. All right, so here we go. Baker in the shotgun, takes a snap. The Ravens sending pressure. He throws it quickly. Incomplete. Incomplete. That's on the tight end there. I think that was the tight end. Or was that Felton? But that was on the receiver on that one. He dropped that one. 4th and 5 coming up. And all the head coach can do is shake his head. Just shake his head. Same way I'm shaking my head at him. That was the backup running back there, Felton. All right, here you go. 4th and 5. They're going to punt the ball. Not the drive you wanted if you're the Cleveland Browns. Come right at a halftime. Baltimore scored, and now you're punting the ball right back to them. All right, so a fair catch call there. So the Ravens are going to take over 1st and 10 from their own 14-yard line. Let's see. 80 says, was that drop Baker's fault? It's always Baker's fault, 80s. It's always his fault. But in that case, it's not his fault on that one. It's not his fault on that one. It's the head coach fault. It's the head coach fault. Everything lies on the head coach. Because if the head coach is making better calls, making better decisions, the game wouldn't be 13-3 right now. There's no way you get that many turnovers and all you got to show for it is just 3 points. No way. But here we are right now at the commercial right now. Baltimore's going to take over 1st and 10 from their own 14-yard line when we get back from the commercial. We're here in the third quarter, 7 minutes and 56 seconds to work with in the third. Baltimore leads this one 13-3. They finally got a touchdown in the last drive. It was Lamar Jackson to Mark Andrews, and now they're going to get an opportunity to try to follow that up with possibly some more points if they can go ahead and get this drive going. But they're going to start off from their own 14-yard line. So let's see if the Ravens can keep things going or if the Browns defense can try to get some type of stop, maybe another turnover, and try to do their best to help the offense out because the offense can use all the help they can get. But yeah, right now, when you look at Lamar Jackson and just his impact on the game, I mean, on the ground, 10 carries, 42 yards, averaging 4.2 yards a carry. That is by far the best yards per carry that we have in this game by either team. And then through the air, 14-21, 137 yards through the air. One pass and touchdown to Mark Money Andrews, but he also has 3 interceptions and has been sacked twice in this one. That last touchdown he threw, though, that was one heck of a throw. One heck of a throw because he had Myles Garrett in his face, off the wrong foot. He saw it. It was wide open. And a good pass to get it there. All right, but here we go. 1st and 10. Ravens at their own 14-yard line here in the third quarter. 7 minutes and 56 seconds to work with here in the third quarter. One back in the backfield. Fullback goes in motion. You've got one receiver towards the bottom of the screen, multiple tight ends. Fullback goes in motion again. They snap the ball, fake it to the back. Jackson's looking. He's going to go across the middle there, and it's always incomplete. Mark Andrews was the intended target there. Went off his hands, incomplete. 2nd and 10 coming up. All right, so they throw it to Brown there, and that time, Malcolm Brown, he gets the first down there, picks up 11 yards, takes it all the way to the Baltimore 25-yard line. So that first down completion there leaves them with 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now, this is where, as a defense, It gets a lot tougher right now. The other team is starting to move the football. Your offense won't move the football, but you have to go out there and try to give it your all once again and get a stop and hope you guys can get some points. They fake it to their back. Lamar's going to keep it. He goes towards the sideline there, is able to stumble forward, gets about a good 2 yards on the carry. Second down coming up. All right, here we go, 2nd and 9. Lamar's in the shotgun here. Receiver goes in motion. Takes a snap. Browns send 4. Now they send the 5th guy. Lamar's looking. He throws it up there. Incomplete. He just threw it away. Incomplete. There's going to be a penalty. Let's see what they called here for the penalty. Are you kidding me? Let me see this play here. Once again, Cleveland finds a way to be on the wrong end of a penalty here. I don't know what it is about this whole state here. I mean, the whole state of Ohio here. I mean, Saturday was the Buckeyes with a lot of penalties here. Now we've got the Cleveland Browns here, a lot of penalties. I don't know what's going on here, but they got to realize penalties is not a good thing right now. They have got to realize penalties is not a good thing. Eddie says, get fired up. Trying to keep it cool here, Eddie's trying to keep it cool. They head into the back here in Freeman, and Freeman picks up about a good 4 yards before they stop the play. 2nd and 6 coming up here. We're here in the third quarter, 6 minutes and 10 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. The Ravens are leading this one 13-3. The Cleveland Browns, they've had a lot of penalties in this game already here, especially in the first half. It was extremely crazy. But, yeah, you cannot continuously give them first downs and stuff. You're trailing by 10 points, and your offense isn't moving the football. Jackson takes a snap, fakes it to the back, throws it to the receiver who catches it and gets down. That's rookie Rashad Bateman with the 5-yard catch. Takes it all the way to midfield. 3rd and 1 coming up here for the Ravens. All right, they run the ball on 3rd and 1, pick up more than enough for the first down there. Picked up 3 yards. That was Devontae Freeman off the right guard there for a 3-yard pickup and a first down for the Baltimore Ravens here, 1st and 10 at Cleveland's 47-yard line. Now, this drive, 6 plays, 39 yards, about 2 minutes and 40 seconds in terms of time of possession. 5 minutes left to go here in the third quarter, and the Ravens lead this one 13-3 and have the football right now. Look at the total plays called in this one. I mean, the Ravens, they've got 223 yards. The Browns, 152 yards total. Time of possession favoring the Baltimore Ravens heavily in this one, and that's not good news if you're the Cleveland Browns. They've had the football about twice as long as the Browns have had it in this one. That means the defense of the Browns, they're getting tired. And against this Ravens team, a team that they're willingly looking to run the football. You've already got to deal with Lamar Jackson. Then you have to deal with the abundance of running backs they have in the backfield too. That's a lot for a defense to have to deal with the entire course of the game. And so the offense of Cleveland is really letting them down in this one. And I have to look at the coaching staff on this one. But here we go for the Ravens, 2nd and 8. 4 minutes left to go here in the third quarter. Brown goes in motion. They take the snap out the shotgun, throw it to Brown. And so Brown, he tried to make a first guy miss, didn't work. He lost a yard on that one. So now we're looking at 3rd and 9 from the Cleveland 46-yard line. If you're the Browns, you want to go ahead, try to get a stop here, and then try to get the ball back once again for your offense. You got to continue to believe that somehow, some way, the offense will find a way to get some points. So Eddie says, damn, Hollywood. And so, yeah, Hollywood, yeah, he didn't get much on that one. But out of the shotgun, he's looking. Jackson throws it, incomplete. Incomplete. In the direction of Hollywood on that one. Lamar says that's him. So now 4th down coming up, and the Ravens will have to punt the ball back to the Cleveland Browns. So here we are in the 3rd quarter, 3 minutes and 18 seconds left to go. Baltimore's up 13-3 on this one. Punt's on the way. All right, so it's going to go out of bounds at about the 13-yard line. So it's going to be 1st and 10 from Cleveland's own 13-yard line for the Cleveland Browns here once we come back from commercial. Again, Ravens lead this one 13-3, and somehow Cleveland needs to find a way to get the offense going. You want to look at crazy numbers right now? Rushing the football, something the Cleveland Browns are known for doing. They've got some of the best running backs in the league. Nick Chubb's 5 carries for just 5 yards. Imagine starting this man in fantasy football. He's just got 5 yards total so far in this one. And then Kareem Hunt, 5 carries, 14 yards here. None of these guys have reached the end zone here as a team. 11 carries for just 20 yards on the ground. Baltimore says, I'm not going to let you run the football here. I'm going to force you guys to have to pass the football. That has been an excellent decision there by the Baltimore Ravens, and it's paying off. Despite the fact that Baltimore's turned the ball over 4 times in this game, it doesn't matter because Cleveland cannot move the football here and get to the end zone. They just can't do it. They got to find a way to dig deep and get this running game going. Even if it's not the running game, at least out of the passing game, get your backs involved that way. That might be another way to account for that. But they got to get something going here offensively. They have to get the offense cranked up here because the defense is out in the field way too long. 80 says, Baker will throw a touchdown this series, then he will mail it to you signed, I told you so. You know what? He probably would do something like that. He probably would. But you know what? Sending me that video isn't going to solve anything. Okay, he needs to go out there and send a message to the league. Go out there and light it up. You want that contract like everybody else got? You got to play like everybody else played, man. He's got to. I mean, the only reason he's a starting quarterback, if we're going to be real for the Cleveland Browns here, is that the last 20 quarterbacks they put out there ahead of him was just that bad to where basic Baker looked good just for being basic. That's it. That's the harsh truth. That plus the running game, he didn't have to do that much. All right, but here we go. About to return back from the commercial here. Again, the Ravens lead this one 13-3 here in the 3rd quarter with 3 minutes and 9 seconds left to go. The Browns are still looking to get their first points of the second half, and they're hoping to get their first touchdown of the game on this drive, but desperately they need to go ahead and get some points. All right, so here we go. 1st and 10 for the Browns at their own 13-yard line. Baker up under center. Landry goes in motion. They're going to hand it to Chubbs. Chubbs makes a couple guys miss there, picks up 5 yards on the carry. Okay, there you go. 2nd down coming up, 2nd and 5. All right, so here we go, 2nd and 5. Let's see what's going to happen here. We need a big play. All right, we've got 2 tight ends here, 2 receivers. Nick Chubb's the back in the backfield. 5 seconds on the play clock. Baker up under center, takes a snap. Play fakes. He's looking. He throws it. And it's caught by Jarvis Landry. And Jarvis Landry picks up 38 yards. There you go. And look at Mayfield. You got nothing to look on the sideline for, bro. You've got nothing to look on the sideline for celebrating about this. You should be ashamed of your performance so far in this one. Just imagine if the Browns had a good quarterback, how this would be routine, these types of plays. Has it really gotten to the point now where he throws one completion, he has to look to the sideline now just for a completion? A completion? We're not even talking about a touchdown, a completion? Come on, man. But here we go, Landry. I mean, not Landry. Baker Mayfield out the shotgun. He's looking. He throws it. And it is caught by the tight end there. That's going to be a pickup of about 8 yards on the play. But we do have an injury here for the Ravens here. Patrick Queen, that is big right there for the Baltimore Ravens. He's been causing havoc so far in this game. He's been a big part of why the Browns have not been able to run the football in this one. Eddie says Baker just yelled, bam, JB. I'm sure that's exactly what he said. I'm sure that's exactly what he said there. And all I would have did was just point at the scoreboard. I would have just pointed at the scoreboard. That's it. But yeah, thanks to the injury right there, in which they're looking at Patrick Queen right now. We're at the commercial once again. Again, the Browns have the football here. Got a couple big plays going. The offense looks like it's moving the football here. We're at the Baltimore 36-yard line. But can they finish? That is going to be the ultimate question there. Can they finish in the end zone? They're going to need to finish in the end zone here if they're going to have a chance to get back in this game and make this game a real game here. But right now they're trailing by 10 points, 13-3. Baltimore's up by 10. But, hey, if the Browns can find a way to get to the end zone here, then, hey, we may just have a ball game. And he says a completion. A completion is the new practice. Absolutely. No doubt about that. No doubt about that. No doubt about that. Because I'm serious. After the first half that you make one good pass, and now all of a sudden you're going to look to the sideline and stare them down, bruh? Really? Come on, man. I'll give him this. He's got confidence that cannot be shattered, okay? He's that guy that gets turned down by 80 girls in the same week, and he's just as confident as a guy that's never been rejected before in his life. He's got that kind of confidence. I'll give him that. But, man, it's not warranted. I'm telling you, it's not warranted. But so far in this game, he's 14 of 27. So 14 of 27, 196 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. He did have that key fumble, though, and that was a big fumble that he had as well. But right now, the Browns are losing 13-3, and, hey, they're going to have to find a way to get into the end zone here. All right, so here we go, 2nd and 2. Mayfield up under center, 2 receivers, 2 tight ends, 1 back in the backfield. Mayfield making adjustments. Takes the snap. Fakes it. He's looking. Pressure's there. He throws it up there. Incomplete. Incomplete, intended for Austin Hooper. And they're going to call a penalty here. They're going to call a penalty here. Wow. A penalty that's going to actually favor the Cleveland Browns most likely. Let's see what they call. Roughing the passing on the defense. Wow. So this time, Baltimore is the team that commits the mistake here. Okay. I almost forgot that they can call a penalty on Baltimore tonight. It's been all on Cleveland. Oh, John doesn't like that one. John's not happy. All right, here you go. 1st and 10. Tight end goes in motion. 1 back in the backfield, 2 receivers, 2 tight ends. Take the snap. hands it to the back. That's Chubbs. Chubbs looking for a hole there. He gets brought down, picks up a yard on the carry. 2nd and 9 coming up from the Baltimore 20. If you're just joining, Baltimore is up 13-3 in this one here late in the third quarter with a minute left to go in the third quarter. Baltimore leads by 10, but the Browns, they are knocking on the door here, and they have to take advantage of this opportunity right here as they, who knows how many more chances they're going to get in this game. They have to come away with some points here, but they prefer to get a touchdown in this one. Let's see if they can make that happen here. 2nd and 9, out of the shotgun. Baker takes a snap. Baker going in the end zone, and is it a catch? They're saying it's a touchdown. It's a touchdown. Let's see, 80 says, JB loves on flags. Hey, that is not the case. Ooh, looking at that replay, I wouldn't celebrate too hard just yet. Let me see the replay one more time. Okay, so I don't think it ever touches the ground there. So in that case, I would have to say, I think that's a catch. It should be a catch. I know it does move towards the end, but I never see the ball actually touch the ground. So that should be, it should stand. Oh, wait a minute. Now that last angle right there from behind. I'm not sure. 80 says, TD, JB expect the football in the mail. I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it. You best believe that. Send it in the mail. I will take it. All right, but it's going to be under official review right now here in the third quarter. 39 seconds left to go. This is such a major call right here for the Cleveland Browns here. They really need to get into the end zone. I tell you what, 80s, I think someone in my league just dropped Baker Mayfield to pick up Zach Wilson. That tells you how much we think of Baker Mayfield in our fantasy football league. Yeah, it's close, but I mean, it's awkward because of the positioning of his hand on the football. But ultimately, when it's all said and done, you have to let the play stand because, quite simply, it would be a worse stream if you just go ahead and let the Ravens just run away with this one. So you got to let it stand. But anyway, it looks like it just looks like there's not enough evidence to overturn it, in my opinion. So I think it stands. I think it stands. And so. Yeah, it has to stand. They already called it a touchdown to begin with. It has to stand. Look at Case Keenum. Case Keenum's looking confused, like, why haven't I gotten in, coach? What have I done to you? But yeah, that's got to stand as a touchdown. It's going to stand. There you go. It's a touchdown. It's a touchdown. So the Cleveland Browns, they finally get into the end zone here. And so now we've got ourselves a close game here. 13-9 with 39 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. Let's see. 80 says, could Baker go back to college and dominate? Not in his current condition. Not in his current condition. He was a product of the system down there in Oklahoma. And the fact that nobody plays defense in that conference, that helped a lot too. So now we've got a 13-10 game with the Baltimore Ravens leading this one just by 3 points now. Cleveland finally put together a drive here, ended in the end zone there. Nice catch by the tight end there. And so now it's 13-10. And when we come back from commercial, the Browns are going to be kicking the football off, and we'll see where Lamar Jackson and company will take over. Now they feel a little bit more urgency to try to score. John Harbaugh, he didn't like that. He didn't like that. He's like, man, I let Baker score. He's like, man, my defense is slipping. He's like, my defense is slipping. All right, so the Browns are about to kick things off here. Kickoff is on the way. Let's see if we're going to return or not. No return on that one. All right, 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line. The Baltimore Ravens will come out here. They have the lead 13-10, but they cannot. They got to keep their foot on the gas pedal, and they got to try to continue to find a way to extend this lead here, as they're only up by 3 now, 13-10. This game got a lot more interesting because of that last drive. 80 says poor Hardball. His brother is lucky he won. He would have been fired, and so it would have been crazy if they would have fired him. Man, he's clearly a good coach. I don't know what their problem is about that, but clearly, yeah, that was a big time win for him. I'll leave it at that. But Jackson running around, Jackson hurdling, just trying to get away from guys, and he throws it to the fullback, and the fullback finds a way to get back to the line of scrimmage there, and that is a tremendous effort by both Lamar Jackson and the fullback, just getting that play back to the line of scrimmage, because Cleveland, they were back there. They were getting after him. But Lamar Jackson said, not so fast. He says, I'm still elite back there. Made Clowney miss, made the next guy miss, threw it to the fullback. Fullback said, you're not bringing me down. And yeah, that was a nice effort play, but ultimately they gained no yards on that one. So here we are at the end of the third quarter. The Ravens lead this one 13-10 over the Cleveland Browns. 1 quarter left. What's going to happen here? Let me know if you guys change your stance here in terms of the final score projection, who you got winning, all that stuff. Definitely let me know who you guys got in that one, guys. But, man, this game has become a hard physical game, and it's separated by just 3 points here. When we come back in the fourth, Baltimore football is going to be 2nd and 10 from their own 25-yard line. There's the 80 says that JB is calling OT. JB OT. I could literally see OT happening if the Browns defense continues to play hard. I could see overtime happening here tonight. I can see that being a possibility. Absolutely. Let's see. But matter of fact, give me 1 second and I will be right back. All right, apologize about that one. Okay, so it seems that we're coming back here from the commercial. Again, this is a very big game right here in terms of standings. If the Ravens were to lose this one, they would drop to 0-2 in the division. So in spite of how well they've been playing, you never want to lose when it comes to division battles, especially when everything is so close. You need those head-to-head victories. Hollywood goes in motion. Lamar takes it, fakes it to the back. He wants to throw it there. Oh, nice move by Jackson to avoid the defenders there. He's going to scramble, pick up about a good 7 yards on that one. Third down coming up, but wow, what a move, what a play by Lamar Jackson, like only he can do in the NFL there. He faked the throw there, got Myles Garrett to jump, fooled Clowney out of that one. So it's not every day those two guys get made a fool of. And then look at Myles Garrett, though, with the effort, though. Once he realized that Clowney fell down on that one, he went there in pursuit. So here we go, 3rd and 2 out of the shotgun. They take the snap. They're going to hand it to the receiver there. He's looking, and look at that. He gets the first down there, gets the first down at about the 49-yard line on that end around. Picked up 13 yards on that run. Yep, so now they've got a first down to work with here. Lamar Jackson and company, again, up by 3, 13-10. They hand it to the back here up the middle, and that's Murray. This time Murray picks up a yard and a carry off the right guard. 2nd and 9 coming up at the Baltimore 47-yard line. All right, here we go. 2nd and 9 out of the shotgun. You've got Brown going in motion. They take the snap. Lamar's looking. He's got time. He's going to go deep. And, this time it was picked off. You can see Mark Andrews tried to make a similar catch as he did last time, but this time it looked like he almost sort of pinned it against the defender. The defender grabbed it, and it's an interception. So, wow, how about that? Another INT for Lamar Jackson tonight. 4 interceptions. That is crazy. And so, yeah, INT on the play. He went deep, and man, did it cost his team. That's big. So now the Cleveland Browns will get the football back. Last time they had the football, they scored a touchdown. 80 says, JB, is that INT Baker's fault? I can't pin it on this. I can't pin him on him this time. But if they don't go down there and score, I can't say that I won't change my mind later, but I won't put it on them this time. But yeah, tonight, Lamar Jackson, 18-28, 152 yards. But man, 1 touchdown, 4 interceptions in this one. He's been sacked twice. He's made some plays, but he's made a lot of mistakes in this one, and it has been costly. Because that Cleveland defense, they're not dropping interceptions tonight. You make a mistake, they're looking to make you pay, and they have to play absolutely perfect right now to help their offense out the rest of the way. Here in the 4th quarter, 12 minutes and 54 seconds left to go in the 4th. Can the Cleveland Browns either score and take the lead or tie this up here in the 4th quarter? Things just got very interesting. Cleveland in the 1st quarter, they missed their field goal. Had they made their field goal, then we would already be all tied up. But they missed their field goal in the 1st quarter. Baltimore hit their field goal. In the 2nd quarter, both teams got a field goal. In the 3rd quarter, both teams got a touchdown. So now it's going to be up to the Cleveland Browns to go out there and try to win this quarter and hopefully in the process win the game or at least take it to overtime and go from there. But again, Baltimore leads this one 13-10. Again, right now we're currently at the commercial here, waiting for things to get back to the action here after the turnover. Lamar Jackson threw his 4th interception in this one. He was intending for Mark Andrews, and I can't blame him for going to Mark Andrews. But hey, 4 turnovers, you got to protect the football a lot better than that. You know, we're here in November, almost December. This time of the year, you have got to be playing your best football, and you've got to protect the football. Only reason the Browns are still in this game because of the fact that the Ravens keep turning the football over. AD says if the Titans had King Henry, it would have been different. JB, and you know what? That's true. You know what else would have been different? If we drafted guys like A.J. Brown and stuff like that, yeah, it would have been different for us too. But you just go out there with the guys you got, you know? It's just that plain and simple. You play with who you got. That's the NFL. Everybody's got a case at the end of the year about the injuries and stuff, but you put the guys on the field. It's why it's a team sport, 80s. You should know better than that. You should know better than that. You should know that. Meanwhile, Jarvis Landry had a big-time reception there, picked up 16 yards there from the pass from Baker Mayfield. I mean, 80s, what about the poor Browns fans? You know, like, what if they had someone other than Mayfield back there? Mayfield play action. He's looking. He's going to go deep. Over. Look at, it's almost picked off. Almost picked off. Look at that. Baker Mayfield was bailed out by the defense on that one. Look at that mistake. Let's see. 80 says, relax, I missed the king. You should be calling for Adrian Peterson. You should have said things would have been different if they had Adrian Peterson back there. But, man, he threw it right to the safety. Right to the safety. And then he got the nerve to look surprised, shocked, and all like that. Like he didn't just throw that football. No. You're lucky Baltimore dropped that pass. But here they go in the shotgun. He takes it, hands it to the back here. Kareem Hunt shakes off one guy. Kareem Hunt makes another guy miss. Kareem Hunt takes it all away. 1 yard away from the first down there. Gained 9 yards on the carry there. Kareem Hunt, 3rd and 1 coming up from the Cleveland 38-yard line. That man's hungry. Feed him. Feed him the football. And so you say, almost. So 3rd and 1 coming up here. Let's see what's going to happen. All right, so here we go. Mayfield up under the center. Couple tight ends, 1 receiver, 1 back in the backfield. And Baker Mayfield's going to quarterback sneak it. It worked. But, I mean, you know he's dealing with an injury. Why would you put him in that situation, though? I mean, let's see. 80 says, Bill Belichick would have been a game changer for old man. Hey, if we put Coach Bill back there in the backfield, I'm sure you'd have got 100 yards on the ground from him. You mean AP? I would hope so, 80s. I would hope so. But, yeah, old AP, I feel you there. I feel you. There you go. 1st and 10. Baker up under center here. Couple tight ends, 1 receiver, 1 back in the backfield. Baker takes a snap. He's going to toss it. Kareem Hunt. Oh, man. Kareem Hunt is met by the defense. Patrick Queen and company get him on that one. They were looking for the running back, and they found him. He lost 3 yards on that play. 2nd and 13 coming up. Again, the Ravens lead this one 13-10. But the Browns, they picked off Lamar Jackson for a 4th time tonight, and now they've got the football, and they're looking to try to see if they can get some points here. But this is it, 2nd and 13. This is where you need your quarterback to step up and move the football forward. He takes the snap out of the shotgun. He steps up. He holds the football. He gets hit from behind. He gets sacked. He lost 7 yards on the play. That's Baker for you. That's Baker for you. So Baker took a sack on that one, lost 7 yards. Now they're faced with a 3rd and 20 for this offense. And so that's not a good sign right here for the offense. Baker takes a snap. Ravens send 4. He throws it. And it's a questionable pass. It's caught by the wide receiver there. He turned that into an 8-yard completion, but ultimately it's going to be 4th down, 4th and 12 from their own 39-yard line. 9 minutes left to go here in the fourth quarter. Yeah, Baker threw a 50-50 ball on that one, and he better be counting his lucky stars on this one. He should have thrown multiple picks on this drive, but yet they're going to be punting the football. Punts on the way. Oh, look at what a nice tackle on the play. He thought he was going to be able to get a return there. He got 1 yard out of it, but it's going to be 1st and 10 from the Baltimore 14-yard line for the Ravens to start off here. Leading this one 13-10 in the fourth quarter. 8 minutes and 29 seconds left to go. When we come back from commercial, it's going to be 1st and 10 from their own 14-yard line for the Ravens here. And now the clock is becoming more and more of a factor here. There's still 8 minutes and 36 seconds here, but Cleveland, they did burn a timeout early in the third quarter, so they've only got 2 timeouts to work with as opposed to all 3. And then you've got Baltimore with the football. They're up 13-10, and you best believe they're going to be looking to try to get the run game going after Lamar Jackson's already turned it over 4 times in this one. Plus, they did have a fumble earlier, so really like 5 turnovers in this game. Again, so far for the Baltimore Ravens in this one, Lamar Jackson, 18 of 28, 152 yards through the air, 1 touchdown, 4 interceptions, been sacked twice in this one. On the ground, Lamar Jackson has 12 carries for 51 yards in this one, averaging 4.3 yards a carry. As a team for the Ravens, though, 32 carries, 104 yards. You know, Devontae Freeman, he's got 10 carries, 25 yards. Latavius Murray has 8 carries for 14 yards in this one. So the defense of the Browns have been doing a pretty good job of containment, but as a team, they're still over 100 yards on the ground for the Cleveland Browns, averaging 3.3 yards a carry on the ground. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, Baker Mayfield, he's 17 of 30, 240 yards through the air, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. Been sacked twice on this one. On the ground, 16 carries for 35 yards as a team. Kareem Hunt, 7 carries for 20 yards. Nick Chubb, 7 carries for 11 yards in this one. And Baker Mayfield, 2 carries for 4 yards as well. Cleveland has many times gotten close to Lamar Jackson in this one, but Lamar, just his ability to make you miss has been crucial for the Ravens in this one. If he could have just cut off on the turnovers here, they'd be in a much better position here. But here we go in the fourth quarter, 8 minutes and 36 seconds left to go with. Let's see how things play out. All right, so here we go. One back in the backfield. Looks like Latavius Murray. Got a fullback going in motion, couple tight ends. Going to fake it to the back. Jackson has the football. He throws it, and it is caught. I had no idea there was another receiver that was in front of Mark Andrews on that one. I had no idea who reached out for that football there. But, yeah, he was going for Wallace. I think they say it's incomplete there. So it's going to be 2nd and 10 coming up from their own 14-yard line. All right, so here we go. Tight end goes in motion. They're going to hand it to the back here. Freeman up the middle, and Freeman picks up 3 yards on the play before being tackled here. So 3rd and 7 coming up here for the Ravens at their own 17-yard line. Can the Cleveland Browns get them to go 3 and out here? That would be huge if they got a 3 and out here on this one and got the ball back for their offense to potentially set them up with good field position. Let's see what happens. Important 3rd down here for the Baltimore Ravens. All right, so here goes Lamar Jackson, 3rd and 7. Fourth quarter, 7 minutes and 42 seconds to work with. Out of the shotgun. 3 receivers, 1 tight end. He takes a snap. Browns in 4. He throws it. It's deflected. I believe it was Clowney that got a hand up, so it was deflected. 4th down coming up. Big time stop there by the Cleveland Browns. So now they're going to get the football back for their offense. 4th and 7. The Ravens have to punt the football, and we'll see where Cleveland's offense is going to come out here after the punt. All right, so nice snap. Punt's on the way. All right, we're going to get a return here by Felton. And, yeah, he ends up actually losing a couple yards on that return. So now the Browns are going to take over here 1st and 10 from their own 30-yard line. And let's see what Baker Mayfield and company can do here, trailing 13 to 10 in this one. Again, the score is 13-10. Ravens lead this one, but the Browns are going to have the football when we come back from the commercial here in the fourth quarter with 7 minutes and 25 seconds left to work with here in the fourth quarter. Can they tie it up or take the lead? That remains to be seen, and we're going to find that out. 80 says, what was your upset of the week? And so the biggest upset of the week, in my opinion, looking at the games here that took place earlier today, I would have to say the biggest upset of the week, because I feel like this week I did a pretty good job with my projections, or at least who I had winning. So it's the Giants and the Eagles game. I mean, it's got to be that one. I mean, I was confident the Eagles were going to go out there and just have full control of that game. I did not see that one coming. So I got to go with that game. That's definitely my game right there. No doubt about that one. No doubt about that one. Because all the other ones, I mean, I knew Tampa and Indy was going to be a good one. Had the Pats beating Tennessee. The Chargers, they probably would have been next on my list, losing to the Broncos. The Chargers, they've been up and down so far this year. Green Bay took care of business. 49ers, I knew there was a chance they would win that one, especially at home. And so Jets and the Houston Texans can't call that an upset, nor can I for the Falcons and the Jaguars. So, yeah, it has to be that one. That was the biggest upset this week, in my opinion. But who you got for the biggest upset this week, 80s? Maybe there's a team that I'm overlooking. Again, we're still at the commercial, but the Ravens lead this one 13-10 here in the fourth quarter with 7 minutes and 25 seconds left to go in the fourth. And so 80 says the Eagles game. So absolutely. Yeah, I agree. Because I in my projections, I had Cincinnati beating Pittsburgh. I just didn't think it was going to be that bad of a beat down like it was today. But I had a feeling Cincinnati was going to get back on track and win that one, and they did. All right, so here we go. Mayfield up under center. He's going to hand it to the back there. Nick Chubb's trying to bounce to the outside. Nick Chubb trying to get something going there, and he picks up 5 yards on the carry on the left end there. Great running there by Nick Chubb's, getting something out of that one. Picked up 5 yards there. 2nd and 5 coming up here from the Cleveland 35-yard line. All right, so here we go. 2nd and 5. Nick's in the backfield here. Let's see if this is the point where they get the ground game going. Fourth quarter, 6 minutes and 42 seconds to work with. Play fake. Baker's looking. Baker throws it out of bounds. And Landry's up, and Jarvis Landry's upset with the referee. He's like, you don't have to play with Baker. I do. I need all the help I can get. But here you go, 3rd and 5. This is where the quarterback has to step up. If you're the guy, if you're that dude, 3rd and 5, your team's down by 3, here in the 4th quarter, 6 minutes and 37 seconds, you have to come up in a situation like this and get the first down for your team, for your unit. They're looking at you for an answer here. The defense is playing so well. You have to do it. Baker gets the snap. Baker throws. What? Incomplete. He can't throw a basic out route. Incomplete. A short pass. This is ridiculous. This is my aggravation with him right there. This is my aggravation with him. I don't think the kid can throw near the hash marks. I don't think he can. This is stupid, man. It makes no sense. This is you know what? It is what it is. It ain't my team. So if the coach wants to lose this way, so be it. So be it. All right, so the kick bounces out of bounds at about the Baltimore 24-yard line. So Baltimore's going to take over with the football again here after the defensive stop there. 1st and 10 for the Baltimore Ravens at their own 24-yard line. They lead this one 13-10. And so let's see. 80 says, I have to work with Baker. 80 says, JB, do you think COVID was also Baker's fault? I can't go that far. But you know what? Give me some time to investigate to see where this man was vacationing at prior to that time, because he sure as heck was not playing in the playoffs the year that it first came through. So give me some time to research and come up with some evidence there. But no, I can't put that one on him just yet. Fullback goes in motion. And so Lamar Jackson keeps it. Look at Lamar up the middle. I'm telling you, lightning in a bottle right there. Picked up 11 yards on the carry. 11 yards on the carry. All right, so here you go. One back in the backfield, got a fullback as well. They're going to hand it to the back there, and there's Freeman. He sees some space there, picks up 8 yards on the carry. 2nd and 2 coming up here for the Baltimore Ravens at their own 43-yard line. Again, we're here in the 4th quarter. 5 minutes and 35 seconds to work with. Cleveland only has 2 timeouts. You must remember that. They've only got 2 timeouts remaining because they called a timeout early in the 3rd quarter. And they're trailing by 3 in this one, 13-10. And now the clock is becoming more and more of a factor. All right, here we go. Jackson takes a snap. They're going to hand it to Freeman. Freeman picks up the first down, gained about 3 yards on the carry. Only needed 2 yards, but he picked up 3 yards. You almost forget at the Baltimore Ravens that when they began the season, there was so much talk about, J.K. Dobbins going down, Gus Edwards, all those guys. You almost forget that they lost all those running backs because with Lamar Jackson in there, it's been plug and play basically in the backfield. Guys like Latavius Murray, Devontae Freeman, they came in and done a tremendous job this season for the Baltimore Ravens. Fullback goes in motion. Lamar's going to keep it. And Lamar picks up a yard on the carry there. 2nd and 9. AD says, did Baker have something to do with Spygate, your frozen can with the Ohio State game? You know what? He may have. You know what? He may have. He's just that kind of dude. So Jackson takes it, he throws it, and look at that. Hollywood gets the first down there, picked up 10 yards there. How about that? Yeah, that was a great play call right there. And so Malcolm Brown, I mean, he says himself, he was close to breaking that one. If he could have kept his balance, that could have been a bigger play than what it was. Where we go 1st and 10. Now we've got 3 minutes and 15 seconds to work with. If you're the Browns, you're thinking about the clock. You're thinking about making a stop here. They hand it to the back. Freeman, he picks up about a good 4 yards on the carry there. 2nd and 6 at their own 39-yard, at the Browns 39-yard line here. But there's going to be a timeout here by the Cleveland Browns. That's their second timeout of the game with 3 minutes and 5 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. Again, we're here in the fourth quarter. The Browns just called their second timeout here. 3 minutes and 5 seconds remain here in the fourth quarter. Ravens are up by 3, 13-14. Ravens have the football right now, facing the 2nd and 6. Let's see what's going to happen. Lamar has kept the ball for most of the night. Let's see what he does. He's going to keep it here. There was the option, but he kept it there, picked up the first down there. And so here we go, 1st and 10 for the Baltimore Ravens. That's going to mean more time off the clock with each and every first down that the Ravens get from here on out. AD says he's calling it the Ravens will win. And so you know what? After they just burned their last time out like that, I'm right there with you. Ravens got this one. Browns called their third and final timeout here. 2 minutes and 57 seconds left to work with for the Ravens. Of course, there's still the 2-minute warning that will stop the clock. But outside of that, let's see what they do. Baltimore hands it to the back here. And so look at Freeman, bounce it outside, cuts it back in, picks up a good 8 yards on the carry. But wait a minute now. We've got a penalty here. Wait a minute. The referee says, wait a minute here. I can still change the outcome of the game. It's kind of like the commercial, where he's asking the fans, do you guys want to see OT or not? And the fans are like, yeah. So he calls the penalty there and extends the thing, moves them back 10 yards there. John Harbaugh, he's not happy at all with this. AD says, unless a pick or a fumble. 80s, all these opt-out clauses, man. You got to commit. You got to commit. Are you saying the Ravens are going to win? Or are you saying the Browns are going to come through? You got to commit. Right now, 80s is running the read option right now. He wants to see what the defense is going to do first. But here we go in the shotgun. They're going to hand it to Freeman. Freeman up the middle. Picks up a good 5 yards on the carry. That's going to make it 2nd and 15 at the Cleveland 38-yard line. The clock's going to continue to tick, but they're going to have to run at least one more play here before the 2-minute warning. All right, here we go. 2nd and 15. Again, that was a big-time penalty right there that really did help out the Cleveland Browns here. Again, the Browns got no timeouts remaining. They hand it to the back, Freeman. He's still running, picks up about a good 4 yards on the carry there. So now we're going to be looking at about 3rd and 11 here from the Cleveland 34-yard line. And it's going to be the 2-minute warning. 2-minute warning coming up right now. There is a Cleveland player that's down right now. So he'll be looked at right now by the medical staff. Here at the 2-minute warning. Again, it's a 2-minute warning. Ravens lead this one 13-10 over the Browns. And they have the football, but they're facing 3rd and 11. The Browns cannot stop the clock here. They cannot stop the clock because they've got no timeout. So if Baltimore can find a way to get a first down, that would be critical. You're looking at that AFC standings right here. I mean, there's a lot of teams with a lot of stake right now in terms of just who's going to win this game. Cleveland's a team that's in the hunt right now, and they're trying to do their best to see if they can win. All right, so here we go here. Again, we just had a 2-minute warning here. Baltimore is up 13-10. Baltimore has the football at the Cleveland 34-yard line, and they're facing 3rd and 11 here. So we will see if the Ravens, what they're going to opt to do. Will they play to try to pass it and get the first down here? Will they run the football here and hope to try to get the first that way and keep the clock running and just trust in your defense? What will they do? All right, let's see what they call here. Jackson's going to be in the shotgun here, 5 wide. Takes the snap. He's looking. He throws it short. It's caught by Malcolm Brown. So the reception means the clock is going to keep running. That's the good news. But if you're the Ravens here, you're still short of the first down here. It's going to bring out a field goal attempt. But at the same time, Cleveland will have some time on the clock, and we'll see if Baker Mayfield will be able to drive the Browns down there for a game-winning touchdown. But now Justin Tucker, we'll get to see him come out there for a field goal attempt. All right, so Baltimore calls a timeout there. And then once we come back, they're going to go ahead and bring the field goal unit out there for a field goal attempt. Again, if he makes this one, it'll extend it from 3 points to 6 points. And that's big because essentially what you're telling the defense is just don't give up a touchdown and you win the game. That's all you got to do. And right now, there's a minute and 15 seconds left on the clock. They melt as much time as they could off the clock. $0.80 your Baker alarm. As if, as if. If it was, it would certainly let me down. That's for sure. All right, but here we go. Baltimore's going to try a 49-yard field goal attempt, but it's Justin Tucker, so we're not sweating it. He's automatic. This should be good. Kick is on the way. Right down the middle. What I say, right down the middle there. Good from 49. This kid could have made it from 69. So the Ravens extend their lead now 16-10. If you're the Browns, you've got no timeouts. You got a minute and 10 seconds left to go, but you also got Baker Mayfield in there at quarterback. So let's see how things are going to go here. Let's see if Baker can rise to the occasion here and pull out a heroic one and be able to win this game, or will he be standing in front of the cameras after the game talking about how it's on him, yada, yada, yada. Let's see if he can put up or get shut up. We're going to find out about Baker Mayfield here coming up. He's going to have a minute and 10 seconds to work with when we come back here after the Ravens kick things off. You see, 80 says what happened with the Louisville UK game, a blowout. And so, yeah, I mean, I thought that one would have been a little bit closer. Not going to lie, 80s. I thought that one would have been a little bit closer. But there's quite a few games that was surprising to me, especially that Oklahoma State game as well. That was a surprise to me as well. But good job for Oklahoma State finally overcoming Oklahoma there. But yeah, there was a lot of surprises on Saturday. I thought Auburn was going to have one, but it wasn't meant to be. Meanwhile, the Ravens kick things off. All right, there we go. So Cleveland's going to have to go the course of 75 yards to get into the end zone here. A field goal can't tie it. It's going to come down to a touchdown to win it. The coach puts his trust in Baker Mayfield. And we're going to find out if that's a mistake or not. And for their sake, I hope they're right. All right, let's see how things play out here. All right, so out of the shotgun formation, Baker takes the snap. The Ravens send 4. The pressure's there. Baker tries to make a miss. He just throws it wildly out of bounds there. Incomplete. Incomplete. 2nd and 10 coming up. He had a hold of Baker's shoulder there, so Baker just threw it away. All right, here we go. 2nd and 10 for Baker. He takes the snap. He's looking. He throws it. Incomplete. 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 This one might be over before it gets started. 3rd and 10. A minute left to go here in the 4th quarter. They're looking at Baker here. They believe he's the answer. Let's see. Again, the score is Baltimore 16, Cleveland 10. Cleveland with no timeouts, facing a 3rd and 10 situation right now. You've got Baker Mayfield in the shotgun here. He takes the snap. The Ravens, they send pressure, but it's picked up. And the ball is incomplete. It is incomplete. 4th down coming up after that incompletion. 54 seconds to work with here. 4th and 10. What can Baker do? This is it. We're running out of downs, Baker. This is it. What are you going to do? All right, it's 4th and 10. They need 10 yards here. Let's see. Baker takes the snap. The rush is there. He throws it to the tight end. Tight end only picks up 7 yards. He needed to get 10 yards. That's it. That's the game. You put your faith in Baker Mayfield. He let you down once again. But what else is new? What else is new? He should have listened to me and put in Case Keenum, and the game results would have been different. But no, he's stuck with an injured Baker Mayfield. That's the worst kind of player to have injured right there. A quarterback that believes he's still healthy, but he's not still healthy. And so you put your faith in him, and you weren't even able to get a 1st down out there. Couldn't even get a 1st down out there. That's terrible. That is terrible. And he says, if they lose, Cleveland is going to call for Baker's head on a stick. And so they should. Old man says, come on, Baker, we need you to step up. And so I blame the coaching staff for this one. I blame the coaching staff for this one because they didn't put Baker in the best position to succeed. The best position for Baker for this game would have been the sideline. Any real coach would have realized that before halftime. To just pull him out and say, nah, you're on the sideline. You're done. You're done. He didn't have the impact that you need from your quarterback. And so with those 2 knees there, the Baltimore Ravens, they're going to advance, and they won this week. And so there you go. There you go. The Ravens win 16-10. They did everything they could to turn over the ball and give Cleveland an opportunity, but Cleveland was unable to capitalize because of one man up under center. As Eddie says, it's over, JB. You know, that 80s. He would pull a 180. Let's see. Old man says, damn it, Baker. Not only did you have the Browns fans rooting for you, but the Patriot fans too. And so, I was rooting for him to get benched because I knew he was going to do this. I knew it was going to come down to this. It was just not. I don't know why they wouldn't listen to me. Case Keenum would have been enough to get away with a victory here. You put Case Keenum in, you probably win this game maybe 19-16 or something like that with all the turnovers the Ravens gave you. You probably would have won it. But no, you're stuck with basic Baker, and you got less than basic results from Baker. So there you have it. The Ravens won this one. There you go. And so Eddie says, thanks for doing the stream. JB, good night. Yeah, appreciate you guys for coming through on the stream. You guys take care. I'll be here again for Monday Night Football tomorrow night. Looking forward to that one. We'll have, I believe it's the Seahawks and the Washington football team playing that one. Can Russell Wilson get back to looking like Russell Wilson, or does Seattle have a Russell Wilson problem? I think we'll find out a little bit more tomorrow night. But appreciate you guys so much for coming through. Have a great night. Also have a great start to your weeks. You guys take care, and hopefully see you guys tomorrow night.